This broadcast is sponsored in part by Sonoma Fit, a state-of-the-art gym located in the Old Bowl Center at 19310 Sonoma Highway. There's no better place with more options to get fit and stay fit. Sonoma Fit offers more than 70 classes a week, including indoor cycling, yoga, TRX, rowing, and strength conditioning. Classes cater to all skill levels from beginners to advanced athletes. And if group classes aren't your thing, Sonoma Fit also offers personal training, small group training, and even sports-specific training. Sonoma Fit is proud to be the official workout facility for the Sonoma Stompers. State-of-the-art equipment, experienced trainers, attentive staff, friendly and helpful members, community-oriented and family-owned. Sonoma Fit is a different gym experience and has locations in Sonoma, Petaluma, and is coming soon to Nevada. More information can be found at sonomafitness.com.
We would like to thank our community partners: Tina Schoen, Broker Associates, Sotheby's International Realty, Sonoma Hills Retirement Community, and
Car Star Body Best Collision of Sonoma.
And social media support is provided by Word Mice.
This broadcast is sponsored in part by
Stompers Baseball is brought to you in part by Sonoma Clean Power. As your local public electricity provider, we source clean energy from renewable resources, geothermal, water, wind, solar, and biomass. And we deliver that power to residents and businesses throughout Sonoma and Mendocino counties. At Sonoma Clean Power, we're invested in the communities we live and work in. We deliver services that enhance quality of life through competitive pricing, improved air quality, and energy efficiency. By changing the way residents source energy, we're able to deliver customer programs that make a difference in everyone's life. Powered by innovative thinking, Sonoma Clean Power was formed to provide a choice beyond for-profit investor-owned utilities, in our case, PG&E. Today, Sonoma Clean Power, or SCP, is a model for community choice programs throughout California. By providing higher percentages of renewable energy that reduce greenhouse gas emissions, our customers are helping solve the climate crisis at a local level.
Welcome in, everybody. The second half of the season officially underway in just a few moments as we get ready for first pitch right here on KSVY and on the Stompers Radio Network. Welcome in, Forrest Hunt with you. The Stompers come in after posting a 24-8 record in the first half. They will face the San Rafael Pacifics to kick off the second half of the season tonight, who come in 4.5 games back with a record of 21-14. Nick Barnese, the right-hander for the Stompers tonight, 4-0 with 2.67 ERA. This is a lineup he'll face for Oscar Suarez and his Pacifics. Leading off at shortstop, it'll be Raul Navarro. Marcus Montalongo will bat second in center field, followed by Axel Johnson in right, batting third. Armindo Escobar will play first base tonight. He'll be the cleanup man, followed by Yaler Peguero, the third baseman, hitting fifth. Jay Karp will catch and hit sixth, with the designated hitter Harley Lopez batting seventh. Corey Dempster will hit eighth in left field, and then Dante Biagini will round out the lineup, playing second base here tonight. Nick Barnice, the 6'3", 215-pound right-hander from Simi Valley, California, drafted by the Tampa Bay Rays in the third round of the
Stompers Baseball is brought to you in
a 2.67 ERA, 30 and a third innings pitched for Barnice this year, 14 runs allowed, 9 of them earned. 26 hits in those 30 and a third innings, 35 strikeouts, and 12 walks. So Barnice, the right-hander, he'll take on this second-place San Rafael lineup tonight. And out of Barnice, you'll see a fastball, curveball, and a changeup fastball. Low to mid-90s. And we'll have readings for you tonight. We have the gun right in front of us. So thank you to Joseph Broderick, who politely sat right in front of us. That way we can see the radar gun tonight. Raul Navarro, the third best hitter in the league, stands in, 357 average. Nick Barnice, the Stompers in their home blues here tonight, and he deals a first pitch to Navarro for strike one at 6:07. 87 degrees here tonight, and Barnice ahead 0-1. 357, 3 home runs, and 23 runs batted in for Navarro. Here's the 0-1, and he goes inside with a fastball, and Navarro bloops it into left center field for a base hit. So that's how we get started tonight. A Navarro jam shot to left center. He leads off the game with a hit. Better than what we saw last time from Navarro. The last time these two teams played, Navarro went deep twice for 2 of his 3 home runs of the season. Here's Marcus Montalongo batting from the left side, and his average up at 320. Barnice's first pitch misses low and in. Stompers 4.5 games up, 16-3 here at Palooza Park at Arnold Field. Barnice out of the stretch. The right-hander deals on 1-0. Navarro goes. The pitch is on the ground to Barfield at third. He bobbles and it skips away. An error by Jacob Barfield over at third base puts runners at first and second and nobody out, and only 4 pitches into the game. San Rafael threatening here in the first. Second leading RBI man in the Pacific Association, Axel Johnson, will come in, trailing only Dondre Hubbard by 2 runs batted in. Johnson with 40, with 9 home runs, hitting at 290. The single by Navarro to left center, and then the E5 by Jacob Barfield, who's back at third base here today. Came off the bench and played third on Sunday afternoon and went deep twice. Barnice's first pitch to Johnson is a fastball at 92 for strike one. And on the outside corner to Johnson. 0-1 the count. Napa gets a night off tonight with the Vallejo Admirals hosting the Salina Stockade. They're just about ready to get started. Here's the 0-1 and fastball right by Johnson at 93, and Barnice is ahead 0-2. That game's set to get underway at 6:35 over at Wilson Park. Navarro at second, Montalongo at first with nobody out. We're just underway on a warm night here at Palooza Park. A little bit of wind blowing out to center, but the ball's going to carry anyway with how warm it is, 87 degrees. There's the 0-2 pitch from Barnice. He misses high. It squirts out of the glove of Johnson and goes to the backstop. Both runners move up 90 feet. That'll be a pass ball by Bronson Butcher. The count is 1-2. Fastball elevated from Nick Barnice. Tried to get Johnson to chase. He did not, and instead it popped right out of the glove of Bronson Butcher and went all the way to the screen. So now a base hit could possibly score 2 from Johnson, who's driven in 40 this year. Barnice still out of the stretch with second and third, nobody out. His 1-2 pitch swung on and missed. 94 from Nick Barnice. First out of the game by way of the strikeout. Hardest pitch Barnice has thrown so far in this first inning. The fastball at 94 miles an hour strikes out Johnson, and here is Armindo Escobar, the first baseman. He's the only catcher on the roster. Jay Karp, who's catching tonight, listed as a utility player. With Escobar at first. And the first pitch from Barnice rolled softly up the third baseline. Foul. It's 0-1. Stompers came from behind Sunday afternoon. 2 big home runs from Jacob Barfield, one to put him ahead and one to add an insurance run in the 7th inning of that game. Escobar dribbles it on the ground to third. Barfield picks it up. He'll throw to first. That is high and way over the head of Quitzer. Navarro does score. Montelongo is held at third. Now they have Escobar caught up between first and second. Romero will run him back. Now he'll throw home, and Butcher will run Montelongo back to third. Barfield has it, and he'll tag him out. They throw back to second, and Williams drops it. So what a sequence of events. Navarro does score on the play. It'll be a throwing error by Jacob Barfield, allowing Escobar to reach and move up to second base. So we'll go 3 to 4 to 2 to 5 on that put out to retire Marcus Montelongo. Escobar does drive in his 22nd run of the year on the grounder to Barfield at third base. So it's 1-0 San Rafael. And it seems like in every game these two teams have played this year, 6 of them so far, San Rafael has scored first. The Stompers 4-2 overall against the Pacifics. Escobar stands at second with 2 out, and here is Yler Peguero, the switch-hitting third baseman. He cuts at the first fastball and fouls it back to the screen. So just to sum up that, what was an ugly play all the way around, defensively, base running. Escobar hit a grounder to short in which Navarro came in to score. Barfield was going to trade it out for a run. We're on the top of the first inning. Here's the 0-1. High to Peguero, 1 ball and 1 strike. The throw was high and way over the head of Quitzer at first base. It is an RBI for Escobar. The run would have scored anyway. And then Quitzer threw to second to try and get Armindo Escobar. Pitch fouled back to the screen, 1-2. They had Escobar between first and second. And then Rayson Romero fired home when Marcus Montelongo tried to score. And then Butcher tossed to Barfield, who put the tag on Montelongo for the second out. Escobar allowed to get up to second base on the rundown between third and home. So that's where he stands. The 1-2 pitch to Peguero is outside. 2 balls and 2 strikes. They did throw back to second, in which Miles Williams came in from right to try and sneak behind the runner, but it popped out of his glove and really nothing doing after the tag out between third and home of Marcus Montelongo. Barnice on 2-2 to Peguero. The fastball shot through the left side for a base hit. Escobar will be held at third. DeAngelis' throw is cut off by Jacob Barfield. A 2-out single by Yler Peguero. And San Rafael has him at the corners with 2 out. Here's Jay Karp, the catcher, hitting at .318. He does have a home run. He's driven in 4. The Stompers trying to settle down defensively here in the first inning. And Barnice gets Karp to swing at the first pitch. Over the top, it's 0-1. Barnice on in the dirt. That skips another run to come. Nothing. Things are for the Stompers defensively here in the top of the first inning. That second run for Barnice will not be earned, just the one. Navarro. 2-0. San Rafael. The count is 1-1 on Jay Karp with Peguero out at second base. Peguero can run a single from Karp, could score him. Good arms all the way around, best in right. Miles Williams, here's the 1-1 pitch. Barnice throws a fastball by Karp at 95 miles an hour, and it's 1-2. Hardest pitch that Barnice has thrown so far here tonight. We're only in the first inning, and these starters seem to get stronger as the game goes along. We saw Connor Leadholm on Sunday afternoon out of the bullpen hit 97. So these guys are up there throwing hard. Here's the 1-2, and Barnice elevates the fastball. It hops out of the glove of Butcher, and over to third base goes Paguero. That's twice this inning that Barnice has elevated, and Bronson Butcher has not been able to keep it in the catcher's mitt. Pass ball on Butcher. The count is 2-2. Barnice with 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here's his pitch, and Karp chops it high over the mound. Barrios charges. He picks it out of the dirt and throws Karp out at first base, and mercifully the top of the first inning is over. San Rafael scores twice on just 2 hits, a couple of errors, and they lead it 2-0. We go to the bottom of the first. Barrios, Hubbard, DeAngelis, and the rest of the Stomper lineup when we come back right here on KSVY and on the Stompers Radio Network.
This broadcast is sponsored in part by Sonoma Fit, a state-of-the-art gym located in the Old Bowl Center at 19310 Sonoma Highway. There's no better place with more options to get fit and stay fit. Sonoma Fit offers more than 70 classes a week, including indoor cycling, yoga, TRX, rowing, and strength conditioning. Classes cater to all skill levels from beginners to advanced athletes. And if group classes aren't your thing, Sonoma Fit also offers personal training, small group training, and even sports-specific training. Sonoma Fit is proud to be the official workout facility for the Sonoma Stompers. State-of-the-art equipment, experienced trainers, attentive staff, friendly and helpful members, community-oriented and family-owned. Sonoma Fit is a different gym experience and has locations in Sonoma, Petaluma, and is coming soon to Novato. More information can be found at sonomafitness.com.
Bottom of the first inning, 2-0 San Rafael early, both runs unearned. As we look back at it against Nick Barnice, here's the lineup that Zach Pace will put out. Pedro Barrios will lead things off at short. Dondre Hubbard will hit second in center field with Rob DeAngelis in left field batting third. Chris Quitzer at first base will be in the cleanup spot tonight. Jacob Barfield will hit fifth over at third base. Brent Gillespie will hit sixth, the DH, with Miles Williams in right batting seventh. Bronson Butcher does the catching and bats eighth, with Rayson Romero batting ninth at second base. Against right-hander Brad Barrow, the 6-foot left-hander from Vacaville, California. Played collegiately, JUCO at College of Marin and then at Sonoma State. Local guy, and here's the left-hander's first pitch to Pedro Barrios. That misses outside for ball one. Hard-throwing left-hander, making his third appearance, his second start. He's 1-1. So in his two appearances so far, one out of relief, he got the win. The game that he started, he got the loss. That start was against Salina. His 1-0 pitch to Pedro Barrios, the leadoff man here tonight. That's high and away again, and for the second time in a row, it goes right in and out of the glove of Jay Karp. So both catchers tonight so far having problems catching the ball. I mean, you know, don't want to be that guy, but when you look in the job description, that's the first thing if you're the catcher. Here's the 2-0. Barrios takes outside, 3 balls and no strikes. 1-1 is Brad Barrow, a 10.28 ERA, 7 innings, 8 runs, all earned on 8 hits. 7 strikeouts and 3 walks. You can see why he has the 7 strikeouts in 7 innings. He throws the ball very hard, and here's his 3-0 to Pedro Barrios, and that's right down the middle for strike 1. Ron Adams gives him the strike call. He is behind the plate tonight. Dean Poteet in the field. The umpiring crew for tonight's ball game. Here's Barrow on 3-1 to Barrios. That is fouled off. Out of play off to the right, and the count is full. Gata is not in the lineup tonight. He exited the ball game in the 3rd inning on Sunday afternoon with a slice on his pinky finger of what I believe is his glove hand, his left hand. 3-2 the count on Barrios. Hubbard is on deck. Here's the payoff pitch from Brad Burrow, and that is shot down the right field line, fair by 2 feet into the corner. Barrios is headed for 2. Johnson gets to it now. Cruising into second base is Pedro Barrios, a leadoff double. Barrios extends his on-base streak to 17 games with a double to lead off this home half of the first down the right field line. And with a different-looking lineup tonight, here is Dondre Hubbard. Hubbard, an early RBI chance here tonight. 382 average for him, second best in the league. Had his hit streak snapped over the weekend. Does lead the league with 11 home runs and 42 runs batted in, trying to add to those totals here. Burrow sat. He looks to second base twice, right at Pedro Barrios. Here's his first pitch, and Hubbard takes high. 1 ball and no strikes the count. Dempster, Montelongo, Johnson around the outfield left to right with Peguero, Navarro, Biagini, and Escobar. Around the infield, Jay Karp. Behind the plate for San Rafael's left-hander Brad Burrow, and he misses inside. Barrow, that is. Two and 0 the count on Dondre Hubbard. A good hitter's count for him here with a man in scoring position. And if you're Brad Barrow facing the league leader in home runs and RBIs for the first time this year in only your 3rd game, got to be careful he doesn't tie it here. The 2-0. Breaking ball gets past Karp, and that allows Barrios to go up to 3rd. Karp and Barrow don't look like they're on the same page. Look like probably a passed ball for Karp. It hit off his glove, and it looked like Barrow was throwing, or Karp, that is, put down fastball, or maybe was expecting what he anticipated to be a fastball, and then when it started high out of the hand of Barrow, Karp started to stand up out of the squat and then realized, oh, shoot, and squatted back down quickly, and it got a piece of his glove and just squirted to the screen. 3-0 the count on Dondre Hubbard, and it'd be smart if they just walked him here, really, instead of coming in on 3-0. Left-hander's pitch. Fastball on the outside corner, and it's 3-1. Neither catcher having a decent start, really, behind the plate here tonight. Barrios at 3rd after what is a passed ball. Here's the 3-1 pitch to Hubbard, and he takes inside a little bit high. 1st and 3rd after the walk to Hubbard, and here is Rob DeAngelis. Leadoff double for Barrios. Goes to 3rd on the passed ball, and then Hubbard walks. Here's Rob DeAngelis facing the left-hander Brad Barrow here. And Barrow, who works from the 3rd base side of the rubber, that'll give DeAngelis a little bit more time to see the baseball from the left-hander. First pitch to DeAngelis, swung on and missed. A lot of the time you'll see a right-handed pitcher work from the first base side, so it's tougher on righties. It seems gives off the illusion that the ball is getting on you a little quicker, and lefties will do the same thing. Pitching from that first base side. Barrow pitches from the 3rd base side of the rubber. DeAngelis leads from first. Here's the 0-1. Breaking ball outside, 1 ball and 1 strike. The left-hander on the mound sits on that first base side of the rubber to the lefty. Get a little more, what is perceived as a little more movement, tighter movement. You can get in on the left-handed hitters quickly, or it's at least perceived that way. Here's the 1-1. DeAngelis takes high and in. 2 balls and 1 strike the count. Last start for Barrow was against Salina. He got the loss. 3 innings, 5 runs, 4 hits. All the runs were earned. It's a little bit of a rough start with the ERA over 10. His 2-1 delivery. DeAngelis flares it down the left field line, foul territory. Peguero over near the sidewall, and that is out of play. It bounced off the umbrella that was out of play in foul territory back into the field, and Peguero barehanded it, tried to sell it as if he caught it. It's a tricky little move by Peguero, and you think if maybe they blink for half a second, maybe you think that he caught it. Tried to sell it. He did a good job at selling it, actually. The count is 2-2 on DeAngelis. Runners at the corners, nobody out. Here's the pitch. Out of play off to the left once again. But it's going to be a warm night tonight, and we keep reiterating it, really. And it seems like it's gotten warmer throughout the day. We got here at about 2:30 today, and it was not this hot. Barrow looks to first. There goes Hubbard. The pitch to DeAngelis is swung on and missed. Carp drops it on the transfer. So the first strikeout for Barrow comes to Rob DeAngelis. Here's Chris Quitzer with second and third and 1 out. Hubbard does get a stolen base. Chris Quitzer stands in, and for Dondre Hubbard, his 6th stolen base of the season. Quitzer can tie the game with a base hit. Second and third, 1 out. 2-0 San Rafael. We're in the bottom of the first inning. Barrow steps off the back of the rubber, throws the baseball up in the air twice, catches it barehanded, looks back into Carp and pats his chest as if to say, my bad. I don't know who else's bad it would have been. The first pitch to Quitzer, way outside. Just didn't like something and stepped off. Tossed the ball in the air, played catch with himself, and then looked in and said, oh, I'm sorry. Here he comes set and steps off again, so Barrow doesn't like something. 1-0 the count on Quitzer. Here's the pitch. Way outside. That gets past Carp. Here comes Barrios. He will score without a throw. Wild pitch. Two-1 game here in the bottom of the first. Hubbard goes up to third. 2 balls and no strikes on Chris Quitzer. He can sit on 1 pitch here from Barrow and really anything over the white part of the plate. Barrow has missed pretty badly here in the first inning. But when he's over the plate, he's been right down the middle. His 2-0 pitch. Quitzer fouls it away. Got a pitch on the middle half. Middle third, I should say. The count is 2-1. These teams are 2 best offensive teams in the league. The 2-1 pitch. Quitzer chases a fastball very high out of the strike zone, above the neck. 2-2 the count. Quitzer looking for a fastball there, 2-1, but not up there. Two balls and 2 strikes with Hubbard over at third base. Here's the pitch. Way inside. That hits off the glove of Carp. Here comes Hubbard, and we're tying at 2. The count is full on Chris Quitzer. 2 runs come in during this at-bat. One on a wild pitch and one on a passed ball. Here's the payoff, and Quitzer hits it in the air, left center field. Going back on it is Montalongo over toward the gap. Corey Dempster calls for it. He'll make the catch. 2 out. And that brings up Jacob Barfield. 2 runs in this inning. Barrios led off with a double. Hubbard walked. Barrios came in on a wild pitch, and Hubbard came in on a passed ball. Both runs earned toward Brad Barrow so far. And Jacob Barfield, who had 2 errors in the top half of the inning, one trying to field the baseball and the other trying to throw it across the infield. Baseball not being nice to Jacob Barfield in the top half. Trying to make amends here in the bottom half of the first inning, and the first pitch is outside. Barfield was friendly with the baseball on Sunday afternoon when he hit 2 balls out of Palooza Park. One hooking down the left field line, and one was absolutely dismantled to straightaway left. The 1-0. On the ground is short. Navarro's there. He'll scoop it up. The throw to first ends the inning. So the Stompers tie the game back up here in the bottom of the first inning. Twice on a wild pitch and on a pass ball. We're tied at 2. We'll go to the second. It's the Stompers 2, Pacifics 2 after 1.
We would like to thank our community partners. Tina Schoen, Broker Associates, Sotheby's International Realty. Sonoma Hills Retirement Community. And
Car Star Body Best Collision of Sonoma.
And social media support is provided by Wordmice.
Stompers Baseball is brought to you in part by Sonoma Clean Power. As your local public electricity provider, we source clean energy from renewable resources, geothermal, water, wind, solar, and biomass. And we deliver that power to residents and businesses throughout Sonoma and Mendocino counties. At Sonoma Clean Power, we're invested in the communities we live and work in. We deliver services that enhance quality of life through competitive pricing, improved air quality, and energy efficiency. By changing the way residents source energy, we're able to deliver customer programs that make a difference in everyone's life. Powered by innovative thinking, Sonoma Clean Power was formed to provide a choice beyond for-profit investor-owned utilities, in our case, PG&E. Today, Sonoma Clean Power, or SCP, is a model for community choice programs throughout California. By providing higher percentages of renewable energy that reduce greenhouse gas emissions, our customers are helping solve the climate crisis at a local level.
Top of the second inning, we're tied at 2. Harley Lopez will lead off, the designated hitter for San Rafael here tonight. The first pitch is a check swing roller up the first baseline, and that will settle in foul territory. It's 0-1. So 2 runs in the top half of the first against Barnice. Both were unearned. 2 runs in the bottom half for the Stompers, and both were earned to Brad Barrow. Barrow like wheelbarrow, but it's spelled B-E-R-O. Barnice on 0-1. He misses inside to Lopez. 1 ball and 1 strike. Harley Lopez hitting at .278 out of San Francisco State. His rookie year. Barnice, the grizzled veteran, on 1-1. He gets Lopez to foul it out of play. Barnice, who spent 2007 to 2012 in the Rays organization, where he went 31-23 with an ERA below 3.5. And then 2015 with the highly touted St. Paul Saints. His 1-2 pitch to Lopez, a fastball fouled out of play.
It does the outs.
1 ball and 2 strikes the count. Barnes with Pittsburgh last year in his first season back after about 2.5 years off. Here's his 1-2. Off-speed pitch, rope down the first baseline and out of play. Two-two ball game here. Early offense. And they haven't even started in Vallejo yet, the Admirals and the Stockade. Barney's on 1-2. Fastball swung on and missed. 96 miles an hour for his second strikeout of the game. We said that these Stomper pitchers get stronger as the game goes along, and Barnes was 93 to 95 in the first inning and 96 with that strikeout. One away here is Corey Dempster, the left fielder. .244 average, and the first pitch from Nick Barnes. Swung on and missed. 95. Just throwing heat here in the first couple of innings is Nick Barnes. Hubbard over toward right center field. Here's the 0-1 to Dempster, and he tails a fastball in, and it misses for ball one. Barnes kicks his 1-1 pitch in the dirt. 2 balls and a strike on Dempster, who has 5 home runs this year. Lopez struck out to open the inning. Four and 2 the record against San Rafael. 3-1 here at home. 1-1 over in San Rafael. Here's the 2-1 pitch to Dempster. It is lined into left center field. That's hit well, and that'll get down for extra bases. It'll bounce off the wall. Dempster's headed for second. Hubbard will throw into Barrios, and Corey Dempster has a 1-out double. Here's the 9-hole hitter, Dante Biagini. Biagini, the left-handed hitting second baseman, with a man at second, 1 out. Barnes did allow 2 in the first. Neither were earned. He looks to second here. His first pitch to Biagini is on the outside corner, but a couple of inches off. 1-0 the count. Biagini hitting under 200 at 193. Barnes set at the belt. 30-year-old right-hander on 1-0, misses outside. Couple of Stomper birthdays coming up. Tomorrow, actually. Barnes's 2-0 pitch. Outside, 3-0. Miles Williams and Rayson Romero both celebrating birthdays tomorrow. We'll talk more about them when tomorrow's game comes, but we'll be here. The 3-0. On the outside corner, 3-1. Three balls, 1 strike. 2-2 our score in the second. Dempster leads from second base. Here's the pitch from Barnes. That's on the inside corner, and he's gone from 3-0 to 3-2. And now the pressure's on Biagini after watching 3 straight balls and then taking 2 strikes from Barnes. The right-hander with already 2 strikeouts in the game so far. Here's his payoff pitch. That's on the ground to third. Barfield will field in foul territory wide of third base. The count remains full on Biagini. The leadoff man, Raul Navarro, waits on deck. Navarro, who's just been a hitting machine. But he is on deck, spinning a throw back to second, and they got him on the shoulder. Barnes and Barrios on the same page. They pick off Corey Dempster at second base, 2 out. Dempster getting a little bit too big of a lead out at second. Barrios, who on the previous pitch actually was sprinting in toward the second base bag when Biagini fouled it down the third baseline. So he and Barnice, that is, were back on the same page. And Barnice misses high and into Biagini. First walk of the game. The Barrios was anticipating the pickoff the previous pitch. They get on the same page. Dempster has too big of a lead. They pick him off at second. 2 out. And after the walk, here's the leadoff man, Raul Navarro. 2 of his 3 home runs against the Stompers this year. They came in the same game. Barnice looks over to first where Biagini leads. Here's his first pitch, and Navarro takes inside. Navarro was single, and he scored on the Escobar ground ball in the first. The 1-0 pitch to him. Barnice flips in a breaking ball, and he misses high. Last night for San Rafael, they walked off as pitching coach Mike Nunez will come out and have a chat with Nick Barnice, who doesn't seem terribly happy about the decision by Mike Nunez. San Rafael last night, get this, they were trailing Salina by 1 in the bottom of the 9th inning. 3 walks loaded the bases with nobody out, remind you. Then another walk tied the game, and then the next batter, Ermindo Escobar, was hit. And that's how the Pacifics won their ball game last night. 4 walks and a hit by pitch to come from behind, trailing by 1 to walk it off. Stompers did not play last night. Tonight, their first game of the week. Mound visit is over between Nunez, Barnice, Butcher, and the rest of the infield. You won't want to miss coming out to the ballpark this week, especially tomorrow night. It will be Miles Williams and Rayson Romero's birthdays, of course, but it's also Women in Sports Night. So come out and support as the pitch miss is low. Biagini takes off. Bronson Butcher could not get a handle on it. The count is 2 balls and a strike after Dante Biagini steals second base. So Women in Sports Night will take on the Napa Silverados. You won't want to miss it. That's tomorrow, July 18th. 6:05 first pitch here at Palooza Park at Arnold Field. Here's the 2-1. Navarro takes low and away. Three balls and a strike to Raul Navarro with Marcus Montalongo on deck. Biagini leads from second with 2 out. In a 2-2 game in the second, the 3-1 is way inside. Fastball from Barnice just kept on running inside. It almost got Raul Navarro. He's able to hop out of the way. So back-to-back 2-out walks for Barnice. That'll bring up Marcus Montalongo. Montalongo reached in the first inning. He hit a chopper to Barfield, which hopped up on him, and he was charged with an error. First and second, 2 out. Barnice trying to escape the second inning without allowing a run. His first pitch to Montalongo is hit on the ground to short. Barrios is there. It hits off his chest. He flips to Romero at second. And the inning is over. No runs on 1 hit. San Rafael strands 2. We go to the bottom of the second, tied at 2.
This broadcast is sponsored in part by Sonoma Fit, a state-of-the-art gym located in the Old Bowl Center at 19310 Sonoma Highway. There's no better place with more options to get fit and stay fit. Sonoma Fit offers more than 70 classes a week, including indoor cycling, yoga, TRX, rowing, and strength conditioning. Classes cater to all skill levels from beginners to advanced athletes. And if group classes aren't your thing, Sonoma Fit also offers personal training, small group training, and even sports-specific training. Sonoma Fit is proud to be the official workout facility for the Sonoma Stompers. State-of-the-art equipment, experienced trainers, attentive staff, friendly and helpful members, community-oriented and family-owned. Sonoma Fit is a different gym experience and has locations in Sonoma, Petaluma, and is coming soon to Nevada. More information can be found at sonomafitness.com.
Bottom of the second inning here at Palooza Park at Arnold Field. We're tied at 2. Brent Gillespie will lead things off, followed by Miles Williams and Bronson Butcher. Nick Barnice, a pair of walks in the top half of the inning, and then he got Marcus Montelongo to ground into a fielder's choice to end the inning and end the threat for San Rafael. These two teams, they played each other hard all year. A couple of the best games that these two teams have been against each other. Brent Gillespie leads off. 25 pitches for Barrow in the first inning. Here's his first pitch of the second to Brent Gillespie, who takes strike one on the outside corner. The one thing we learned from Barrow in the first, he throws hard and he is wild. Left-hander out of the windup, he kicks, and the 0-1 pitch. Inside and low to Gillespie. 1 ball and 1 strike. Gillespie hitting at .306. 3 home runs, 10 driven in. The 1-1 from Barrow in the dirt, and that had Ron Barnes bailing out of the way. When you have the umpire bailing out of the way, after 4 or 5 balls got by Carp in that first inning, you have the umpire bailing, that is not necessarily the best. Brent Gillespie making his 12th start as the DH, and the only time he's made a start in which he wasn't the DH was on Sunday afternoon when he started in left field. Here's the 2-1. Very high, 3-1. 3 balls and a strike after that pitch missed badly up high to Brent Gillespie. Left-hander Brad Barrow throws on 3-1, and that misses high again. A leadoff walk here in the bottom of the second. Miles Williams stands in. Miles down to the 7th spot of the lineup tonight. And you could tell by his rounds in batting practice today, not that he isn't focused on any other given day. First pitch to him on the outside corner for strike 1. It was just that Miles just seemed a little more locked in BP today. He usually hits in the 2-hole. Majority of the games he's hit in the 2-hole. Barrow looks over to first base right at Gillespie. Here's the 0-1. Miles Williams chases in the dirt. 0-2. He just seemed a little ticked off that he was bumped down in the lineup tonight. Trying to focus in early on. He finds himself behind 0-2. Barrow's pitch. Swung on and missed. Breaking ball in the dirt. Williams strikes out for out number 1. Here's Bronson Butcher. Gillespie's at first with 1 out. Bronson Butcher coming up against the left-hander Barrow. His first pitch is on the inside corner, so Barrow seems like he's found a groove here in the last 2 batters. He strikes out Williams on 3 pitches, and that's 4 straight strikes from Barrow. Most he's had all game. He looks to first. The 0-1 delivery. Butcher fouls it out of play. Good velocity from Barrow if he could just find a groove. He'd be all right. He has Butcher behind 0-2. He went to the breaking ball to the right-handed Williams in this count. Let's see what he does here to Butcher. The 0-2 pitch. Butcher topped it softly over the mound to short. Navarro fields. He'll flip to second for 1. Biagini will not throw back to first. Fielder's choice allows Butcher to reach. Gillespie is forced out at second for the second out of the inning. Here's Rayson Romero. Romero at 137. He does have a home run. Came in Vallejo last week. Top of the lineup on deck. The first pitch to Romero misses in the dirt. Stomper hitters tonight are just going to have to be patient against Brad Barrow and sit on one pitch and one part of the strike zone. The 1-0 on the outside corner for strike one. Be patient against a guy like Barrow. Sit on a pitch, either inner half, outer half. Pick one location. And if he doesn't throw it there, don't swing at it. The 1-1. Romero fouls out of play. Now you think that that might be the case anytime you're at the plate, but not so much with a guy that's struggling finding the strike zone. If you have a guy out there that's just throwing tons of strikes, he's all over the strike zone with every pitch, that's when you can find yourself in a hole. It's kind of a luxury and a curse and a blessing at the same time for a guy that is around the strike zone. Romero fouls another one away. Barrow here. You're really looking for one thing, and that's a fastball. He hasn't thrown a breaking ball in the zone, and he really hasn't thrown the fastball in the zone. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. In the dirt. Deuce is wild. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 out, 2-2 our score, and of course here in inning number 2. Here's the pitch. Romero takes low. At the knees. 3rd strikeout of the ball game for Brad Barrow. And Romero didn't like it. It looked low from up here. He's called out on strikes, and that ends the 2nd inning. We'll go to the 3rd, tied at 2.
We would like to thank our community partners. Tina Schoen, Broker Associates, Sotheby's International Realty. Sonoma Hills Retirement Community. And
Car Star Body Best Collision of Sonoma.
And social media support is provided by Wordmice.
Stompers Baseball is brought to you in part by Sonoma Clean Power. As your local public electricity provider, we source clean energy from renewable resources, geothermal, water, wind, solar, and biomass. And we deliver that power to residents and businesses throughout Sonoma and Mendocino counties. At Sonoma Clean Power, we're invested in the communities we live and work in. We deliver services that enhance quality of life through competitive pricing, improved air quality, and energy efficiency. By changing the way residents source energy, we're able to deliver customer programs that make a difference in everyone's life. Powered by innovative thinking, Sonoma Clean Power was formed to provide a choice beyond for-profit investor-owned utilities, in our case, PG&E. Today, Sonoma Clean Power, or SCP, is a model for community choice programs throughout California. By providing higher percentages,
we'll lead things off for San Rafael. Nick Barney so far, 43 pitches through the first 2 innings. So not very efficient for the right-hander tonight. He does have 2 walks with 2 strikeouts. 3 hits through the first 2 innings. But he's thrown a lot of extra pitches after having 2 out and nobody on. Back-to-back walks in the 2nd inning. Here's his first pitch to Axel Johnson. He misses upstairs. 1 ball and no strikes the count. DeAngelis Hubbard Williams in the outfield. Barfield, Barrios, Romero, and Quitzer, and Bronson Butcher behind the plate. Watches that 1-0 pitch go back to the screen. 1 ball and 1 strike on Johnson. It's 3-4-5, Johnson, Escobar, and Paguero. Here in the top of the 3rd inning, score tied at 2. The 1-1 pitch from Barnes. Fast changeup, that is. Hit right at Chris Quitzer. He makes the catch, 1 out. Here's Ramindo Escobar, nobody on, 1 out. He reached on an error, a throwing error by Jacob Barfield. later scored in that inning on a wild pitch. That was back in the first. Here's Barnice's first pitch, and the first one is chopped up the middle. Barrios can't field it. It goes into center field. Escobar rounds first very hard. And now scampers back to the bag. Here's Peguero with a man at first and one out. Man at first, one out. The first pitch to Peguero. He squares around and takes a fastball for strike one. 3 errors already in the game for the Stompers defensively. All 3 on the left side of the infield. The 0-1 pitch. Peguero lines it to left center field. DeAngelis comes on. He makes the catch chest high. Ball was smoked off the bat of Peguero. Right at DeAngelis for out number 2. Here's Jay Carp. Man at first after the error by Barrios at shortstop. Carp, who grounded to Barrios his first time out. He's 0 for 1. First pitch from Barnice. He flips in a curveball. And that misses. 1 ball and no strikes. Barnice at the belt, out of the stretch, his 1-0 pitch. Low and away with a fastball, 2-0. Stompers who have won 3 straight. Sanderfeld coming off the win last night, the walk-off. Here's the 2-0 pitch from Barnice, and that is punched in the air, short center field. Hubbard coming on hard. Romero going out, and it's over the head of Romero. That'll fall for a base hit. Williams will throw to third, and it's over everybody. It bounces off the screen right back to Jacob Barfield. Butcher runs Escobar down and tags him out in between third and home. Are you kidding me? I think the sidewall should get an assist on that one. Miles Williams had no business throwing that ball to third base. It was over the head of Jacob Barfield, and Escobar did the smart thing, trying to score. And it bounced right off the screen, right at Barfield. He caught it, threw to Butcher, and he put the tag on Hermindo Escobar. So it's been a crazy 2.5 innings so far. Buckle your seatbelts because I don't think it's going to get any more sane as we go to the bottom of the 3rd inning. Top of the lineup for the Stompers.
This broadcast is sponsored in part by Sonoma Fit, a state-of-the-art gym located in the Old Bowl Center at 19310 Sonoma Highway. There's no better place with more options to get fit and stay fit. Sonoma Fit offers more than 70 classes a week, including indoor cycling, yoga, TRX, rowing, and strength conditioning. Classes cater to all skill levels from beginners to advanced athletes. And if group classes aren't your thing, Sonoma Fit also offers personal training, small group training, and even sports-specific training. Sonoma Fit is proud to be the official workout facility for the Sonoma Stompers. State-of-the-art equipment, experienced trainers, attentive staff, friendly and helpful members, community-oriented and family-owned. Sonoma Fit is a different gym experience and has locations in Sonoma, Petaluma, and is coming soon to Novato. More information can be found at sonomafitness.com.
Pedro Barrios to lead things off here in the last of the third inning after what was a crazy ending to the top half of the inning. Williams trying to throw Escobar out at third, and he was 10 feet from the bag when he let go of the baseball. It went over Barfield, hit off the screen, went right to Barfield, and Escobar tried to score. And that's where the story ends. Escobar tagged out to end the inning on really a smart base running play. If it's over everybody like that, you just take off. Lucky bounce. And lucky that the Stompers are still tied at 2 here in the bottom of the third. Top of the lineup, Barrios, Hubbard, DeAngelis. And working from the stretch is Brad Barrow, and Barrios hits it on 2 hops to short. Navarro boots it. First error of the ball game for San Rafael. Leadoff base runner for the Stompers, and here's Dondre Hubbard. Here's Dondre Hubbard. He walked in, scored in the first inning. Both teams put up 2 runs in the first inning, and we've stayed there ever since. Barrow's first pitch, and Hubbard takes in the dirt. Cart blocks it. 1 ball and no strikes the count. I wouldn't be surprised if Barrios gambles here, and Barrow, who's had trouble delivering strikes here in this game so far. Nice easy throw over to first, and Barrios back standing up. Barrios, who led off the bottom of the first inning with a double, went to third on a pass ball and scored on a wild pitch, if that gives you any idea of how the night has gone for Brad Barrow so far. Here's his 1-0. Hubbard hits it very high to the shallow center. Coming on, Montalongo. He'll make the catch, 1 out. Here's Rob DeAngelis. Struck out against Barrow his first time. One of 3 men that Barrow has struck out. First time we've seen Navarro make an error this year, playing against San Rafael, the slick fielding shortstop. Barrow's first pitch. DeAngelis hits it in the air to left center field. Back on it goes Dempster, and he'll settle right in front of the 331 marker and make the catch. 2 out for Chris Quitzer. Chris Quitzer will come up. Man at first with 2 out, and we're tied at 2 here in the bottom of the third. Stompers 1 hit in the game. That was the Barrios double to open the first inning. So 11 men have come up against Barrow, and none have recorded a hit after that leadoff double, after the throw over to first. Quitzer back in the left side. Barrow set. Here's the first pitch. Well outside to Chris Quitzer for ball 1. Barrios at first base with a decent lead with the left-hander on the hill. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Quitzer fouls it out of play off to the left. 1 ball and 1 strike to count. Barrios with 7 stolen bases on the season. That trails only Rob DeAngelis for the team lead. The left-hander's 1-1 pitch. Quitzer is tardy on the fastball. 1 ball and 2 strikes the count with runner at first and 2 out. This is the 7th time these 2 teams have met this year. Here's the 1-2. Barrios goes. The pitch is on the ground up the middle. It hits off the mound and into center field for a base hit. Barrios goes first to third. He'll be held there, and a throw back to first base, and Chris Quitzer has a 2-out single. So that's the first hit against Brad Barrow since Barrios' leadoff double in the first. Here's Jacob Barfield with men at the corners. 2 out. Barfield, who had the 2 big home runs Sunday afternoon to propel the Stompers to the win over Vallejo. First pitch from Barrow. Barfield down the left field line. Dempster going back at the wall. He makes the catch. Barfield first pitch swinging, and he does not get enough. The Stompers leave him at the corners. We're through 3 innings, tied at 2. Bottom third of the lineup for San Rafael when we return.
We would like to thank our community partners. Tina Schoen, Broker Associates, Sotheby's International Realty. Sonoma Hills Retirement Community. And
Car Star Body Best Collision of Sonoma.
social media support is provided by Word Mice.
Stompers Baseball is brought to you in part by Sonoma Clean Power. As your local public electricity provider, we source clean energy from renewable resources, geothermal, water, wind, solar, and biomass. And we deliver that power to residents and businesses throughout Sonoma and Mendocino counties. At Sonoma Clean Power, we're invested in the communities we live and work in. We deliver services that enhance quality of life through competitive pricing, improved air quality, and energy efficiency. By changing the way residents source energy, we're able to deliver customer programs that make a difference in everyone's life. Powered by innovative thinking, Sonoma Clean Power was formed to provide a choice beyond for-profit investor-owned utilities, in our case, PG&E. Today, Sonoma Clean Power, or SCP, is a model for community choice programs throughout California. By providing higher percentages of renewable energy that reduce greenhouse gas emissions, our customers are helping solve the climate crisis at a local level.
Harley Lopez will lead it off for San Rafael here in the top of the 4th inning against Nick Barney's 2-2 score. Lopez, who led off the 2nd inning with a strikeout, he squares around here and bunts it foul up third. Stompers had runners at the corners in the bottom half of the 3rd inning, and Barfield missed a home run by probably 5 feet. Would have been his 3rd in 2 games. Stompers after a couple of days off, Monday and Tuesday. Fresh here tonight, the 0-1 pitch to Lopez is outside and low. 1 ball and 1 strike to count. Both of these teams have won 7 of their last 10 coming into the ball game. The 1-1 from Barnese. Fastball misses inside, 2 balls and a strike. Glad you're with us here on this warm night at Palooza Park at Arnold Field, whether you're listening on the Stompers Radio Network or watching on KSVY. We're glad you're with us as the 2-1 pitch misses high. Barnese has fallen behind Harley Lopez 3-1 to open this 4th inning. Corey Dempster is on deck. Left-hander digs back in. The DH tonight, here's the 3-1 from Barnese. Harley Lopez lifts it into the air to center field. Hubbard, in and out of the shadows, makes the catch. 1 out, here's Dempster. Stompers 16-3 here in the friendly confines of Palooza Park at Arnold Field. First pitch to Dempster. He squares around, takes a breaking ball high. Lost on opening night, so June 1st. Lost on June 4th, and then lost on July 4th. Easy to keep track of when you've only lost 3 games here at home. The 1-0. Broken bat, bleeder, into center. Going out is Romero. He can't get there. Dempster blows up the bat. He has his second hit of the ball game. And with one out, that'll bring up Dante Biagini. Barney's got weighing on the hands of Dempster there. And that's the third little bleeder that we've seen fall into the outfield against Barney's, and 5 hits for San Rafael. Here's his first pitch to Dante Biagini. A fastball tails in for strike one. Nothing in. Won the count with Dempster at first. Here's the pitch. A changeup misses outside. 1 ball and 1 strike. 1 on, 1 out. Top of the fourth, 2-2. Barney's on 1-1. A fastball right by him at 93. One ball and 2 strikes. Hubbard over toward left center. Middle infield, double play depth. Barfield even with the bag at third. Barney's long pause, the 1-2. Elevated fastball. Biagini takes. It's 2 balls and 2 strikes. There's scoreless over in Vallejo, the Stockade, and the Admirals in the second. Dempster leads from first. Good pitch to go on here. He does. It misses inside. Butcher's throw off balance will not be in time. Dempster steals second. The pitch missed way inside to Biagini, and the count is full. Butcher just did a heck of a job to, 1, keep it from going to the backstop, and 2, actually getting a throw off. Having to lunge way over to his right and then throw off balance, and still got off a pretty decent throw. Here's the payoff pitch. Biagini takes ball 4. Second walk issued to Dante Biagini in the game, and that does bring up the top of the lineup in Raul Navarro, which is the bad news. The good news is, if we're looking for a bright side here, Barney's has set up a double play. 2 on, 1 out. Navarro comes up. He's been on base both times, a single and a walk. He's driven in 23 this year. Barney's trying to settle down. His first pitch is way inside to Navarro, and he started to back out of the way. And he's probably thankful that he did, because that pitch came through the middle of the right-handed batter's box, and Barney's, who is starting to miss badly. Here's his 1-0 pitch. Navarro starts to back out again and takes a fastball for strike 1. Barney's, the only start where he's really faltered this year. He didn't get a loss in that game. It was his first start of the year on June 4th. One of the 3 losses that the Stompers have here at home. The 1-1 curveball on the ground. Foul wide of third. One of the 3 losses was Barney's against San Rafael. He didn't get the loss. He got a no decision. He only went 3 innings in that game, allowed 2 runs, none earned, 2 hits. He struck out 7. Stompers did not win that game. Barney's pitched rather well, but that was his first start of the year, so on the high pitch count only went 3 innings. His last start, though, a 7-1 win against the Stockade. He went 6, allowed a run, 5 hits, 7 strikeouts, and 2 walks. Pitch count's high for him here tonight, and he's just trying to escape the 4th inning with first and second and 1 out. Here's his 1-2 pitch to Raul Navarro. Fastball at the knees for strike 3, says Ron Adams. 2 out, the 3rd strikeout for Nick Barnese, and here's Marcus Montalongo. Montalongo has reached twice. He doesn't have a hit, an E5 and a fielder's choice. First and second, 2 out now. Barnese at the belt. Here's his first pitch. On the inside corner, but a bit low. 1 ball and no strikes. We're tied at 2 in the 4th. Big RBI man Axel Johnson is on deck. Here's the 1-0. On the ground up the middle. Barrios behind the bag. Here's the throw on the run and right to the chest of Chris Quitzer. That's a brilliant play by Pedro Barrios at shortstop. A slow roller over the top of the mound. He fields behind the bag and throws Montelongo out. That ends the inning. No runs on a hit. San Rafael Strands 2. Stompers 2, Pacifics 2. Brent Gillespie will lead us off in the bottom of the 4th.
This broadcast is sponsored in part by Sonoma Fit, a state-of-the-art gym located in the Old Bowl Center at 19310 Sonoma Highway. There's no better place with more options to get fit and stay fit. Sonoma Fit offers more than 70 classes a week, including indoor cycling, yoga, TRX, rowing, and strength conditioning. Classes cater to all skill levels from beginners to advanced athletes. And if group classes aren't your thing, Sonoma Fit also offers personal training, small group training, and even sports-specific training. Sonoma Fit is proud to be the official workout facility for the Sonoma Stompers. State-of-the-art equipment, experienced trainers, attentive staff, friendly and helpful members, community-oriented and family-owned. Sonoma Fit is a different gym experience and has locations in Sonoma, Petaluma, and is coming soon to Novato. More information can be found at sonomafitness.com.
Bottom of the 4th inning, Brent Gillespie leads us off. We're tied at 2. Gillespie walked his only time up against Brad Barrow. 72 pitches for Barnice. So we'll keep an eye on the pitch count. He'll try and get one more. Barrow to open this inning to Gillespie. He works out of the stretch and misses inside and low. 1 ball and no strikes to count. So the 2 runs and a wacky first 2 innings. Since then, things have normalized, if you will. There's the 1-0. Gillespie fouls a off-speed pitch into the glove of Jay Karp. 1 ball and 1 strike. Stompers set for 5 games this week. Tonight, the first one of the week, if you don't count Sunday. It depends on if you're a Sunday ends the week kind of person or a Sunday starts the week kind of person. Here's the 1-1 pitch, and Gillespie rolls it on the ground to first. It hits off the lip, and Escobar leaps, and he'll walk over to first base and step on the bag for out number 1. So, of course, here tonight against San Rafael. Then tomorrow night back here against the Napa Silverados, it is Women in Sports Night. Friday, we're on the road in Vallejo. That game will begin at 6:35. Saturday, we are in Napa at 1:05, so a special 1:05 starting in Napa on Saturday. Make sure you check your calendars for that one. The only place in the Pacific Association in which the games start at 1:05 on Saturdays. And then again at home on Sunday, Military Appreciation Night. You won't want to miss that one, a 1 o'clock game. Here's Miles Williams. He takes outside 2-0. If you're just joining us, the first 2 innings, Raul Navarro and Armindo Escobar scored 2 errors in that first inning by the Stompers, and then they responded in the bottom half when Brad Barrow just could not find the strike zone. 6 pitches reached the backstop, allowing 2 runs to score on just 1 hit in that inning. Here's the 2-0 to Williams. He takes low and away. And then the next inning, that was in the 3rd inning. We had that play where Escobar was caught between third and home on a ball that was hit to right field. And Williams, who's at the plate, he watches the 3-0 pitch miss inside, and a 4-pitch walk opens the 4th inning. We had a play where a ball was hit to right, and Escobar was headed for third. Miles Williams trying to throw him out, in which he had no business throwing the ball to third. It went over the head of Barfield, so naturally Escobar took off for home plate. It bounced off the netting of the sidewall right back to Barfield. He threw to Butcher, who tagged out Escobar. That's just one of the more wacky plays that we've seen this season so far. And tonight, game number 33, and Butcher takes down below the knees, 1 ball and no strikes. Five straight out of Brad Barrow. 1 out, man at first. Here's the 1-0, and Butcher will foul it back to the screen. So just an uncharacteristic first 2.5 innings, and then the Stompers, who got a leadoff double to open the game, then went 11 batters without another hit, and somehow are tied 2-2 here in the bottom of the 4th. 1-1 the count with 1 on and 1 out. Butcher, who reached on a fielder's choice, he's 0 for 1. Barrow looks and throws to first. Williams back standing. Barrow set at the chest. He looks to first and delivers on 1-1, and Butcher fouls it out of play. Stompers' first of 3 games at home this week. Tonight, tomorrow night, and Sunday afternoon. Back-to-back day games this weekend for the first time this year. Saturday in Napa, Sunday here at home. Barrow with a throw over to first, and Williams back easily standing. Brad Barrow, the left-hander from Vacaville. Our month of July is quickly coming to an end. Women in Sports Night is tomorrow night. Sunday afternoon against the Salina Stockade Military Appreciation Night. And Butcher hits the 1-2 pitch into center field, softly coming on Montalonga. He won't get there. It'll fall for a base hit. First and second with 1 out, and here comes Rayson Romero. Then toward the last week or so of the season, on July 25th, First Responder Night, Health and Wellness Night on July 26th, and then Italian Heritage Night on July 27th. So back-to-back-to-back nights to end the month. Big promotion month here in the month of July. First and second with 1 out for Rayson Romero. He was called out on strikes back in the second inning. Barrow's first pitch. Romero takes in the dirt. Stompers 0 for 2 with men in scoring position tonight. We're tied at 2 in the 4th. Shadows covering most of the infield. Raul Navarro out at short, the only man in the sunshine. The only outfielder in the sun is Johnson and Wright. Shadows creeping it over. It'll be easier for hitters around the 6th inning tonight. The 1-0 pitch. Inside to Romero, 2 balls and no strikes. Gillespie rolled to first to open the inning. Williams walked to extend his on-base streak to 12 games, and then Butcher singled into shallow center, a little bloop. 2-0 the count on Rayson Romero. Barrow set at the chest. He looks to second for a long time, now back for a second time, and he delivers, and Romero is out in front of the fastball. It's 2-1. Top of the lineup in the form of Pedro Barrios on deck. He's reached twice tonight. Barrios 2-1 pitch. Romero takes slow. Three balls and 1 strike the count. Biagini keeping the runner close at second. Romero hits it in the air to left. Dempster doesn't even move. Stompers lead 5-2 on Romero's second home run of the season. Stompers lead it 5-2 on the Romero home run to left. An absolute no-doubter off the bat. That home run is brought to you by Epicenter. The Stompers leading 5-3. Make your next family adventure an epic one at Epicenter. Here is Pedro Barrios. First pitch to Barrios is in the dirt. Carp has to block it, and the count is 1-0. Rayson Romero, his second home run in the last 7 days. 2 on the season. This one a 3-run bomb. Here's the 1-0 to Barrios. He takes inside and low. Two balls and no strikes the count. 3 runs in. Stompers lead at 5-2. Brad Barrow really taking his time now here to Pedro Barrios. Here's the 2-0 pitch, and he misses low. Barrow a little rattled after giving up the home run to Romero, who is hitting under 150 and hit just his second home run of the season. 3-0 with Dondre Hubbard on deck, who leads the league in home runs. And he'll be feasting if Barrio is still rattled when he comes up. The 3-0 pitch. Very high in a 4-pitch walk to Barrios after the home run. Barrios has reached all 3 times tonight, a double, an error, and a walk. Here is Dondre Hubbard. He's walked tonight. And here comes Jalen Paguero out of the San Rafael dugout. Nobody is up in either bullpen. Barnes, who has the high pitch count, he sits at 72 pitches. Brad Barrow got Gillespie to ground to first to open the inning, then a walk to Williams. The single by Butcher, the Romero 3-run homer, and now the second walk of the inning, the 4th walk overall. 71 pitches for Barrow. Right now after that walk, Ron Adams comes out. He'll break up the conversation between Paguero, Barrow, and Carp. Jalen Paguero having a conversation with Ron Adams as he walks back to the dugout. Adams back behind home plate, and Dondre Hubbard will come up. 5-2 our score. 1 on, 1 out in the 4th. Hubbard, the slugging center fielder, back in center field after not taking 3 days off, but being given 3 days off in center by Zach Pace. Here's the first pitch, and he takes a big hack at a fastball that was down low. So after 4 straight balls, Hubbard comes out and he swings at the first pitch. It would have been the 5th straight ball out of Brad Barrow. Hubbard just so anxious to get a good pitch to hit. He doesn't like to walk. The 0-1. In the air to left. That was smoked off the bat of Hubbard. That'll bounce off the wall. Barrios headed for third. He'll be out at third, says Adams. Hubbard does have a double. Pedro Barrios thrown out at third base by Dempster and left. So 7-5 on the put out for the second out. A bang-bang play at third. The quick hands by Paguero slaps the tag on Barrios. He's the second out of the inning. Hubbard does double. I didn't think they had a shot at getting Barrios at third. A good throw in from left. And a good tag by Paguero. So here is Rob DeAngelis. First pitch from Brad Barrow. On the outside corner with a breaking ball. It's 0-1. Hubbard has his first hit of the night, a double. And for Dondre, his 9th double of the season. Barrow ahead 0-1 on DeAngelis, who's been retired both times tonight. The 0-1 pitch. Popped up. Left center, very shallow. Coming on is Dempster, and he makes the catch. Stompers scored 3 times on the Racing Romero 3-run no-doubter to straightaway left. It is the Stompers 5, the Pacifics 2. We go to the top of the 5th. Johnson, Escobar, and Paguero, 3, 4, 5 hitters coming up.
This broadcast is sponsored in part by Sonoma Fit, a state-of-the-art gym located in the Old Bowl Center at 19310 Sonoma Highway. There's no better place with more options to get fit and stay fit. Sonoma Fit offers more than 70 classes a week, including indoor cycling, yoga, TRX, rowing, and strength conditioning. Classes cater to all skill levels from beginners to advanced athletes. And if group classes aren't your thing, Sonoma Fit also offers personal training, small group training, and even sports-specific training. Sonoma Fit is proud to be the official workout facility for the Sonoma Stompers. State-of-the-art equipment, experienced trainers, attentive staff, friendly and helpful members, community-oriented and family-owned. Sonoma Fit is a different gym experience and has locations in Sonoma, Petaluma, and is coming soon to Novato. More information can be found at sonomafitness.com.
Top of the 5th inning, Stompers 5, Pacifics 2. Axel Johnson will lead it off, followed by Armindo Escobar and Yailer Paguero. Stompers lead at 5-2 on the Racing Romero 3-run homer in the bottom half of the 4th inning. Nick Barnice, his 73rd pitch to open this 5th inning. He misses inside. To Johnson, the count is 1-0. Higher pitch count than Barnice wanted, but now he's trying to get through this 5th inning, and his pitch misses outside. Willie Ethington is up in the Stomper bullpen, and Barnice wants to get through the 5th inning. If he does not, he will not be in line for a possible win tonight. Here's his 2-0, and Johnson pops it up out of play off to the left. Needing 5 innings to be eligible, and 5 innings likely all that Barnice would get tonight due to his pinch count, unless he has a quick inning here in the 5th. He definitely has the stuff. A little erratic tonight. His 2-1 is at the knees, a little bit low. Maybe a strike if Barnice has been pounding the strike zone frequently tonight. But why does that matter? The strike zone should be the same no matter what, you should say. Here's the 3-1, and Axel Johnson fouls it out of play. Funny how that works. If a guy is hitting a spot all night or just really around the plate, you'll get a little bit wider of a strike zone. But if you're not around the strike zone, all of a sudden you throw one that's borderline, umpire doesn't give it to you. Or maybe it was a little bit low. Almost like you surprised everybody that you threw a strike. So here is his 3-2 pitch. That is swung on and missed, strike 3. Fastball at 94 miles an hour, the 4th strikeout of the night. Barnice with the plus fastball, especially here in the Pacific Association. Not that it's not a knock on everybody else's fastball. It's just when you have them throwing 94, 95, that's tough. Here's Escobar, who's reached on a pair of errors. First pitch from Barnice is at the knees for strike 1. Good fastball again. High velocity. Right-hander out of the windup on 0-1, his pitch. Breaking ball, check swing, surprised Escobar, and he's ahead 0-2. 81 mile an hour. Curveball there from Barnice. Here's his 0-2 pitch. High and away. We're in the top of the 5th inning with the Stompers leading it 5-2 as we check on the score over in Vallejo. Here's the 1-2 pitch from Barnice, a fastball down low in the dirt. Admirals lead the Stockade 1-0 in the bottom of the 3rd inning. So they're finally on the board over there at Wilson Park. Barnice kicks and delivers on 2-2. Fastball yanked down the third baseline out of play. Barnice gets a new baseball, rubs it up. Rubbed up with Mississippi mud. Ryan Richardson, who rubbed him up before the game today, and the 2-2 is inside. Check swing, they appeal down to first base. Poteet says he did not go. The count is full. Mississippi mud, the usual mud used to rub up baseballs across the country. The 3-2 is shot into and out of the glove of Quitzer over at first base. It looked like it may have got a piece of the webbing of Chris Quitzer. That'll be a base hit for Armindo Escobar. Would have been a tough play with Quitzer leaping. And now Zach Pace has come out of the dugout, and he's yelling at Oscar Suarez. I think Zach Pace is yelling at Suarez. I think if we caught it correctly, he said that Suarez said something to one of Pace's players. Pace came out of the dugout furious, and now Dean Poteet walks him back, and I think Pace, if we heard him correctly from up here, said, "Don't say anything to my players." Ron Adams goes over and talks to Suarez. Now he'll talk to Dean Poteet. It didn't seem like it had anything to do with the previous play. But Pace came out of the dugout as furious as we've seen him this year. Just absolutely livid at Oscar Suarez, the San Rafael manager. Throw over to first base, and Escobar is back standing up. We're only in the top of the 5th inning, and things getting a little bit interesting here tonight with the Stompers leading it 5-2, that is. First pitch to Yalert Peguero, a fastball right down Broadway for strike one. Boy, Pace does not just come out of the dugout unglued like that. Never seen that before. Here's the 0-1. The breaking ball is inside. 1 ball and 1 strike. Even when things aren't going the Stomper way or falling in their favor, or even if I can't even think of a situation in where we've seen Zach Pace that mad, and the 1-1 fastball is outside. I'm trying to think of the worst thing that's happened this year, and worst is definitely a subjective thought for myself and for us up here in the booth. Here's the pitch from Barnice. Curveball on the ground up the middle. Romero at second base will flip to Barrios, and it misses Barrios. It would have been a tough play for Romero moving up the middle to his right. First and second with 1 out. Peguero reaches on a fielder's choice. First and second, 1 out. Jay Karp is the hitter. Barnice's first pitch, a fastball swung on and missed. So it's an error by either Romero or Barrios. We'll have to wait for the official score. It's going to be on Romero. Barrios. It will be on Barrios. Romero dove up the middle. He stopped it and flipped to second, and now the curveball hits Jay Karp, and the bases are loaded. I was waiting to see if Ron Adams was going to warn both sides just based on the previous antics between Pace and Suarez. But given the fact that it was a curveball and it was obvious that it was a curveball that hit Carp, Ron Adams doesn't even bat an eye at the thought of warning both benches. And now Mike Nunez will come out. A similar thing happened in the ballgame the other night in Philadelphia when Phillies reliever hit Justin Turner, the Dodger third baseman, with a slider and then was thrown out of the game. And Justin Turner said, wait a second, and actually defended the Phillies pitcher and said, no, he hit me with a slider. You can't throw him out of the game for that. They did. Bases are loaded with one out. Nick Barnice being talked to by Mike Nunez. Willie Ethington is up and throwing in the Stomper bullpen. Nobody up for San Rafael. A strikeout opened the inning to Johnson, then the Escobar single. Paguero reached on a fielder's choice, and Romero flipped a second, and a flip that Barrios just missed, so Barrios was charged with an error. And then Jay Carp hit by the curveball from Nick Barnice. Longer visit this time from Mike Nunez as Ron Adams goes out and breaks it up. Biagini. Make it Lopez is the hitter. Biagini and Lopez both look the same from the side, don't they? The long hair, left-handed batters. Hair coming out of the helmet. Bases are loaded and one out. It's a 3-run Stomper lead, 5-2, top of the fifth. Harley Lopez, the hitter, the designated hitter, against Nick Barnice. His first pitch is a fastball up high for ball one. Barnice looking for a ground ball here this inning. Here's his 1-0 pitch to Lopez. That is high and away. 2 balls and no strikes. Barnice has fallen behind Lopez with Escobar at third, Paguero at second, and Carp at first base after the hit by pitch. A 5-2 game in the fifth. Barnice at the belt. The big right-hander throws on 2-0, and that is outside. 3-0, and nowhere to put Harley Lopez. Ethington ready in the pen, and Barnice hoping to get out of this fifth to be in line for a possible win if he can keep the score right here. There's his 3-0, and that is inside for ball four. He's walked in a run. Barnice shares some unpleasantries with himself on the mound. Lopez drives in his third run on the walk. It's 5-3. Here is Corey Dempster, and now here comes Zach Pace. That'll likely do it for Nick Barnice. Bases loaded, one out. Pace points down to the bullpen, so we'll have a new pitcher for the Stompers coming in. This pitching change brought to you by Sotheby's International Realty. It'll be Willie Ethington out of the bullpen. 5-3, Stompers lead. Willie Ethington, the 6'3" right-hander from Mesa, Arizona, on for the Stompers here in the top of the 5th inning. It's a 2-run game, 5-3. He'll face Corey Dempster with the bases loaded and 1 out. Ethington, 2-0 with a 3.18 ERA in 17 innings. He's allowed 17 hits, 6 runs. He's struck out 10 and walked 5. Barnes exits on 95 pitches, 4 1/3. The book is not yet closed. He is responsible for all the runners on base. Paguero at third, Carp at second, and Lopez at first. Dempster, who's 2 for 2, hottest hitter in the San Rafael lineup in the game so far, will bat with the bases loaded and 1 out. Ethington tasked with not allowing another run possibly, and he delivers a fastball in for strike 1. Ethington, who was drafted by the Red Sox in the 17th round of the 2012 MLB draft. Out of Mountain View High School, he spent 3 seasons in their farm system. Rookie ball in low A. He works out of the stretch here. The 0-1 to Dempster is fouled straight back, a fastball at 91. Way ahead of Dempster, 0-2. He could go with anything here. Butcher, who has settled down after that first inning in which 2 balls popped out of his glove. Ethington with a good breaking ball. Fastball low 90s. Ahead of Dempster, 0-2. Maybe he elevates here. Maybe you spike something, but with a runner at third in a 2-run game, do you risk it with 1 out in the 5th? 0-2. Ethington deals. Breaking ball, he does go with the curveball, and it misses low and away. Tempting for Dempster, but he saw it right away. 1-2. In a 5-3 game. Ethington looks in. Now he's set at the chest. Here's his 1-2 pitch. Fastball chopped at the plate. It hits Dempster in the leg. And the count remains 1-2 strikes. Dempster broke a bat on a single to center his last time up, and now feeling maybe a bruise on the inside of his left leg after fouling a ball off of his foot. And now Escobar's out of the dugout, and the first base coach for San Rafael talked to Dean Poteet. What the heck was that about? First base coach said something to Dean Poteet, and then Hermindo Escobar came out of the dugout and was yelling across the field. And since then, he's back in the dugout. Everything has subsided at the moment. Sheesh. Here's the 1-2. Chopped at the plate again and off the leg of Dempster once again. And if I had to take a guess, it probably hit Dempster in the same exact spot, because that's just how baseball and life really works, doesn't it? 1-2 strikes the count. Bases are loaded with 1 out. In a 2-run game, 5-3 in the 5th. Ethington set. He deals. Breaking ball gets by Butcher. A late jump over at third by Paguero. He stays put, and the Stompers catch a break on a breaking ball that slid away from Bronson Butcher over toward the first base dugout. Paguero, who just did not see it right away. Didn't get a good jump. He'll stay at third. 2-2 the count on Corey Dempster. Maybe see Ethington elevate a fastball here, or if he wants to throw another breaking ball, but maybe hesitant to due to the fact that he did spike that one and it got away. But the Stompers catch a break. Base is still loaded. Ethington readies, and he deals on 2-2. On the ground, through the left side for a base hit. Paguero will score. Here comes Carp around third. DeAngelis' throw is cut off. The relay from Barrios. They got him! DeAngelis to Barrios to Butcher for the second out, and now Oscar Suarez is arguing with Ron Adams. A run does score. It's an RBI single for Corey Dempster. Paguero scored from third. Jay Carp, the catcher, not the fastest runner, thrown out at the plate for the second out. What a relay from DeAngelis to Barrios to Butcher. The throw was right on the money. The wide slide from Karp. Butcher applies the tag in the midsection for out number 2. Here's Dante Biagini with first and second. Dempster is 3 for 3 tonight after that base hit. Two out Ethington trying to escape this 5th inning, a 1-run game. Biagini flares it into left. DeAngelis moving over into the gap, and he will put it away. Pacifics score twice on an RBI walk from Harley Lopez, an RBI single from Corey Dempster. The big play, the relay to the plate to cut down Jay Karp for the 2nd out of the inning and keep it a 5-4 stopper lead. We're halfway home. Chris Quitzer, Jacob Barfield, Brent Gillespie in the last of the 5th.
We would like to thank our community partners: Tina Schoen, Broker Associates, Sotheby's International Realty, Sonoma Hills Retirement Community, and
Car Star Body Best Collision of Sonoma.
And social media support is provided by Wordmice.
Stompers Baseball is brought to you in part by Sonoma Clean Power. As your local public electricity provider, we source clean energy from renewable resources, geothermal, water, wind, solar, and biomass. And we deliver that power to residents and businesses throughout Sonoma and Mendocino counties. At Sonoma Clean Power, we're invested in the communities we live and work in. We deliver services that enhance quality of life through competitive pricing, improved air quality, and energy efficiency. By changing the way residents source energy, we're able to deliver customer programs that make a difference in everyone's life. Powered by innovative thinking, Sonoma Clean Power was formed to provide a choice beyond for-profit investor-owned utilities, in our case, PG&E. Today, Sonoma Clean Power, or SCP, is a model for community choice programs throughout California. By providing higher percentages of renewable energy that reduce greenhouse gas emissions, our customers are helping solve the climate crisis at a local level.
Pitch outside and low. 1 ball and no strikes. An RBI walk from Lopez, an RBI single from Dempster, but the big play, the DeAngelis relay. DeAngelis, Barrios, and Butcher combined for the putout at the plate. The 1-0 is rolled on the ground to second. Biagini moves to his right, picks it up, and throws Quincer out. Here's Jacob Barfield. Hit 2 big home runs on Sunday. He's 0 for 2, just missed a home run his last time up. Flew out to the track and left. Barfield is 0 for 2. He's flied to left and grounded out to short. Barfield comes into the game at 253, tied for 3rd in the league in home runs with 9. 4 guys tied with 9 home runs. Here's the first pitch from Barrow. That's in the dirt. Only guys ahead of Barfield are Axel Johnson, Zane Gelfman, Dondre Hubbard. Johnson, who actually has the same amount as Barfield at 9. So make that Gelfman and Hubbard the only man ahead of Barfield as he takes a huge hack at a fastball above the throat. 1-1. 1-1, nobody on, 1 out. Here's the pitch. Barfield takes high. There's some in-at-bat adjustments from Jacob Barfield. After swinging at the elevated fastball, Barrow says, you know what, let's go right back to it. If he's going to swing at it once, maybe he'll swing at it twice. Barfield makes the adjustment mid-at-bat. Now he calls time and steps out. Two and one, Barrow at the chest. Here's the pitch, and Barfield rolls it over toward the San Rafael dugout, and it's 2-2. Over in Vallejo, the Stockade have taken a 2-1 lead over the Admirals only in the bottom of the 4th inning. That game started about 6:35, approximately a half an hour later than we did here. Barrows 2-2 to Barfield. Fouls a breaking ball straight back to the screen. 2 in the first, 2 in the 5th. Top half of this inning for San Rafael. 2 in the first and 3 in the 4th inning for the Stompers. 2-2 the count. Here's the pitch. Swung on a miss, strike 3. Barfield strikes out on a high fastball for the second out of the inning. The 4th strikeout for Brad Barrow. That brings up Brent Gillespie. First pitch to Brent Gillespie is low with a breaking ball, 1-0. Gillespie's 0 for 1. He rolled to first and walked. One ball and no strikes to count. Barrow set, and here's the pitch. And Gillespie fouls it out of play off to the left. Lights have turned on here at Palooza Park at Arnold Field. Not quite dark yet. It'll probably be in the latter third of the game when it does finally get dark. The 1-1 pitch in the dirt to Gillespie. It's 2 balls and a strike. .39 ERA for San Rafael staff this year, and the Stompers sit at 5 runs. A 4.10 ERA for the Stompers staff. And San Rafael sits at 4 runs. There's the 2-1. Gillespie flares it out of play off to the left. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 out, nobody on. A grounder to second and a strikeout for Barrow this inning. Settling down after allowing a 3-run homer in the bottom of the 4th. Here he is on 2-2 to Gillespie. A breaking ball is outside. 12-6 movement on that curveball from Brad Barrow. The count is full to Gillespie with Miles Williams waiting on deck. Barrow's payoff pitch to Gillespie. Here it is, and he rolls it foul along the first baseline. Count still 3-2. Shifted a little bit on the infield. Not the overshift, but Navarro is up the middle, still on the shortstop side of the bag. The payoff pitch again. Gillespie down on strikes. Changeup from Brad Barrow. Back-to-back strikeouts and the 5th. 5 strikeouts overall for Barrow in the ball game. We'll go to the 6th. It's a 1-run game. The Stompers 5, the Pacifics 4.
This broadcast is sponsored in part by Sonoma Fit, a state-of-the-art gym located in the Old Bowl Center at 19310 Sonoma Highway. There's no better place with more options to get fit and stay fit. Sonoma Fit offers more than 70 classes a week, including indoor cycling, yoga, TRX, rowing, and strength conditioning. Classes cater to all skill levels from beginners to advanced athletes. And if group classes aren't your thing, Sonoma Fit also offers personal training, small group training, and even sports-specific training. Sonoma Fit is proud to be the official workout facility for the Sonoma Stompers. State-of-the-art equipment, experienced trainers, attentive staff, friendly and helpful members, community-oriented and family-owned. Sonoma Fit is a different gym experience and has locations in Sonoma, Petaluma, and is coming soon to Novato. More information can be found at sonomafitness.com.
Willie Ethington, who allowed the Dempster RBI single and then ended the inning on a fly ball to left, out for the top of the sixth. He'll face the top of the order. Raul Navarro, Marcus Montalongo, and Axel Johnson will face Ethington, who works out of the stretch. And here's his first pitch to Navarro. It's swung on and missed. Fastball from Ethington. It's 0-1. Just a one-run game. 5-4. Top of 6. First of 5 in a row this week. Ethington's 0-1. Navarro squares around, bunts it, foul. Fastball ran in on Navarro from Ethington, and the count is 0-2. Navarro, who takes a long walk around the home plate area now, and pitch a couple of inches off the inner half, but we've seen pitches missed by a lot more tonight. The count is 0-2. We've seen the fastball and the curveball out of Ethington tonight. What'll he go with here? Way ahead of Navarro. Here he is on 0-2. The breaking ball fouled back to the screen. Nothing in 2 to open the inning to Raul Navarro. He's reached twice. He's 1 for 2 with a single, a walk, and a strikeout. Ethington on 0-2. Navarro pops it up, right side, foul territory, quits her over near the sidewall. He'll watch it sail out of play. The book is closed for Barnese, 4 1/3, 4 runs, 2 earned, 6 hits, 4 walks, and 4 strikeouts. Still 0-2. 3 foul balls in the at-bat. Here's the pitch. Ethington yanks a curveball down and away into the dirt. Easy take for Navarro. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Hubbard over toward right center against Navarro. Ethington working from the stretch. He deals on 1-2. Breaking ball blocked by Butcher, taken by Navarro. It's 2-2. Two balls and 2 strikes to count. Navarro digs back in. There's the pitch from Ethington. Up and in, and the count is full. Count full on Raul Navarro with Marcus Montalongo on deck. Here's Ethington's payoff pitch, and that's popped out of play. 9th pitch of the at-bat will come to Raul Navarro on 3-2. Ethington back onto the hill. Longest at-bat of the night right here for either side. Here's the 9th pitch from Ethington. On the ground, right side, Romero to his left, back onto the outfield grass fields and throws him out at first. 1 gone, here's Montalongo. Marcus Montalongo's 0 for 3. He's reached twice on an error by Barfield and on a fielder's choice. Montalongo, the left-handed hitting center fielder. First pitch is fouled out of play off to the left. Nobody on, 1 out, top 6, 1-run game. Ethington's 0-1. Hit in the air, high to right center field. Williams goes over. He'll have room to play it. Now coming in, and he makes the catch. 2 out. Axel Johnson will be the hitter. He's 0 for 3. He struck out twice. Boy, it was a very warm night when we started, and now it says it's 79 degrees, but, I beg to differ. It's cooled down significantly with the breeze blowing. I don't believe the 79 degrees. Here's Axel Johnson with the bases empty and 2 out. Ethington's first pitch is away. 1 ball and no strikes. Here's the pitch from Ethington. Way inside. Nine-pitch ground out to Navarro, a 2-pitch fly out to Montalongo. And after runners were all over the bases for San Rafael in the top of the 5th inning, Ethington throws on 2-0, and he misses outside. Stompers have not had a 1-2-3 inning tonight. 2 up, 2 down here in the 6th, and now Ethington falls behind Johnson 3-0. Right-hander from the stretch. Here's his pitch. 4-pitch walk to Johnson with 2 out. 2 out walks. Never good news. Armindo Escobar comes up. He's 1 for 3, reached all 3 times, twice on errors, and he's scored twice. Escobar, the cleanup man, batting at .347, has Johnson at first and 2 out. Here's Ethington's first pitch, and that misses low and away, so 5 straight balls. One ball and no strikes. Here's the pitch. Yanked down the left field line, well foul, and it's 1-1. Man at first and 2 out after the 2 out walk. 5 walks for the Stompers in 6 innings. There goes Johnson. The pitch is taken for a strike. The throw down to second is not in time, and Axel Johnson had a massive jump over at first base. I mean, he was shuffling off the bag, and Ethington hadn't even started to come home yet. 1 ball and 2 strikes on Escobar. And now he's asking Ron Adams if that was a ball or a strike, and Adams says yes, it was called a strike, and now he looks back in disbelief. Suarez yelling in from third. And now Escobar calls time and stands out. And now he pats his chest to Ron Adams as if to say, my bad. Ethington's 1-2 pitch. Breaking ball in the dirt. That's the second time that somebody has called time and then said, my bad tonight, as if it would be anybody else's fault. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 out. Johnson's at second in a 1-run game in the 6th. Ethington's pitch. At the knees for strike 3, and that ends the inning. We go to the bottom of the 6th. Stompers lead 5-4. Williams, Butcher, and Romero.
We would like to thank our community partners: Tina Schoen Broker Associates, Sotheby's International Realty, Sonoma Hills Retirement Community, and
Car Star Body Best Collision of Sonoma.
and Social media support is provided by Word Mice.
Stompers Baseball is brought to you in part by Sonoma Clean Power. As your local public electricity provider, we source clean energy from renewable resources, geothermal, water, wind, solar, and biomass. And we deliver that power to residents and businesses throughout Sonoma and Mendocino counties. At Sonoma Clean Power, we're invested in the communities we live and work in. We deliver services that enhance quality of life through competitive pricing, improved air quality, and energy efficiency. By changing the way residents source energy, we're able to deliver customer programs that make a difference in everyone's life. Powered by innovative thinking, Sonoma Clean Power was formed to provide a choice beyond for-profit investor-owned utilities, in our case, PG&E. Today, Sonoma Clean Power, or SCP, is a model for community choice programs throughout California. By providing higher percentages of renewable energy that reduce greenhouse gas emissions, our customers are helping solve the climate crisis at a local level.
Against Brad Barrow. 90 pitches for the left-hander so far. He's struck out 5, walked 4, and allowed 5 hits. So 1-2-3, fifth inning for him. The first 1-2-3 inning for either side tonight. His first pitch to Williams is an off-speed pitch taken low. Williams has walked and struck out. He scored in the 4th inning on the Romero 3-run homer. And that's the difference in the ball game right now. Barrow's 1-0 pitch. Williams chops it at the plate. It's 1-1. Just 2 games in action tonight. This one, and then Vallejo hosting Salina, in which the Stockade lead 3-1 in the top of the 5th. Glad you're with us on what was a very warm night and has settled down to be a very comfortable night here at Palooza Park at Arnold Field. 1-1 is the count to Miles Williams. Here's the pitch. He takes low and away. Another off speed in the dirt. 2-1 the count. They're straight away against Williams, who has hit 5 home runs and driven in 19. He's reached in 12 straight after walking in the 4th. Barrow out of the stretch on 2-1. Williams chases an off-speed pitch in the dirt. Two balls and 2 strikes. Barrow at the chest. He throws on 2-2 to Miles Williams. Down on strikes. Chase the changeup down low. That's 3 strikeouts in a row for Brad Barrow going back to last inning. 6 overall. Here's Bronson Butcher. Butcher is 1 for 2, a single and a run scored. He's reached both times. He reached on a fielder's choice in the 2nd inning. Butcher trying to spark things in the last of the 6th. First pitch from Barrow is flared into right. Johnson coming on. He makes the catch. 6 in a row retired by Brad Barrow, and here is Rayson Romero, who he's the difference in the game right now, a 3-run homer in the 4th. Put the Stompers ahead at the time 5-2. Now 5-4. He's 1 for 2 with that home run. He's also been struck out by Barrow, so they've each gotten each other tonight. Romero takes low, 1 ball and no strikes. It's Women in Sports Night tomorrow night. Make sure you come to the ballpark. 6:05 first pitch. Barrow out of the stretch with nobody on and 2 out. His 1-0. Romero is hit by the pitch. No, maybe it got a piece of the bat. He started the hands, and then it got something, and then definitely caught a piece of the catcher, Jay Karp. But Romero's not going to first, so we're going to assume that it just got a piece of the bat. Enough to alter the path of the ball and get Jay Karp behind the plate. Ron Adams wipes off the plate and now steps back behind Karp. The count is 1-1. Barrow working quickly. Here's his 1-1 pitch. Romero takes below the knees. 2 balls and 1 strike. It was Barnes for 4 1/3. Ethington for the last inning in 2/3. And nobody's up in the Stomper bullpen. Nobody up in either bullpen. Here's the 2-1. Romero fights it off and hits it out to play over to the right. 2 balls and 2 strikes to count. 2 out, nobody on. And just as we say that, a right-hander has gotten up in the San Rafael bullpen. It looks like Tyler Skinner. Still 2-2 on Romero. A long look in from Barrow this time. Now his pitch. Romero takes in the dirt and the count is full. Barrios is on deck. Six straight retired by Brad Barrow. Here's his payoff pitch to Rayson Romero. Lined into left field for a base hit. Romero has his second hit of the ball game. A 2-out single to left. And here is Pedro Barrios. For Rayson Romero, 2 hits in the ball game. That's his first multi-hit game of the season. Barrios will come up. He's reached all 3 times. 1 for 2 with a double. Reached on an error and walked. Trying to keep the 6th going against Brad Barrow. His first pitch. Outside to Barrios. 1 ball and no strikes. Barrow making just his second start and 3rd appearance of the year. He's awarded a decision in both of his first 2 appearances. Now he'll toss over to first. Wanting to know the count to Barrios. There goes Romero. The pitch is outside. Karp throw down to second base on 1 hop. Skips into center field. Romero up quickly. He started to third. Now puts on the brakes. It'll be a stolen base for Rayson Romero. The pitch missed outside. 2 balls and no strikes to count on Barrios. For Rayson Romero, his 4th stolen base of the season. He's at second. And the Stompers have a man in scoring position for the first time since the bottom of the 4th inning. 2-0 the count. Here's the pitch. Barrios fouls it back to the screen. Two quick outs to open the inning. Then Romero singled to left, stole second. Tyler Skinner right-handed up for San Rafael. 2 balls and a strike. Barrow steps off. Left-hander set at the belt. Here's his 2-1 to Barrios that misses high. 3 balls and 1 strike. Dondre Hubbard just champing at the bit to get into bat here in the 6th with a man in scoring position. Barrow looks to second, and now Barrios calls time and steps out. Pedro Barrios, the 26-year-old from Venezuela, trying to get the average going this year. He's in the leadoff spot tonight with Nick Gatta unavailable. Three and one the count. Here's the pitch from Barrow in the dirt, and he walked him. If you're just joining us, Nick Gatta, who sliced his finger, was taken out of the ball game on Sunday afternoon in the third inning. Here comes Oscar Suarez, and he'll make the move to the bullpen. So the night for Brad Barrow is done. Tyler Skinner will come on to face Dondre Hubbard. Pitching change. This pitching change is brought to you by Sonoma Hills Retirement. It's a one-run game with 2 out in the 6th. Skinner coming on. New pitcher for San Rafael here in the bottom of the 6th inning will be right-hander Tyler Skinner. This will be the 10th game in which he's appeared, a 9 ERA. 18 runs, 17 earned on 20 hits in 17 innings. 19 strikeouts and 10 walks. He'll face the league's leader in home runs and RBIs, Dondre Hubbard. 1 for 2 with a double tonight. Skinner inherits first and second and 2 out in a 1-run game in the 6th. Hubbard, who doubled his last time, he stands in. Romero's at second. Barrios at first base after the walk. Skinner from the stretch. He's at the belt. His first pitch. And it got Hubbard on the left arm. Hubbard is hit by a pitch, and that loads the bases for Rob DeAngelis. Trying to go inside on Hubbard. He got him in the left arm. 2 lefties in a row, DeAngelis and Quitzer, if we get to Quitzer, against the right-handed Tyler Skinner. ...107 pitches for Brad Barrow. He's responsible for the runners at second and third. DeAngelis tonight is 0 for 3. Skinner's first pitch. High and away. 1 ball and no strikes. DeAngelis has flied to left twice and struck out. on what's become more of a chilly night after it was significantly warm today. Wind blowing across from right to left, in over the right field wall. Skinner's 1-0. DeAngelis takes high and away 2-0. Good hitters count for DeAngelis here, looking for one pitch. 3 fastballs so far out of Tyler Skinner, and he has not thrown a strike. He hit Hubbard, and he falls behind DeAngelis 2-0. Out of the stretch at the belt. Here's his pitch. High to DeAngelis, 3-0. Just a 1-run game, 5-4 in the 6th. 2 out after 2 quick outs. Romero singled and Barrios walked against Brad Barrow. And now Jalen Peguero will come out. Right-hander up in the San Rafael bullpen. 3-0 is the count on DeAngelis, forcing Peguero to come out. He'll talk to Skinner and Karp. Ron Adams now starts the stroll out to the mound. He's on the dirt now. Over in Vallejo, the Stockade lead the Admirals 4-1 in the bottom of the 5th. Peguero now making his way back to the dugout. He's the closer / pitching coach. Right-handers up for San Rafael. The count is 3-0 on Rob DeAngelis. Now you wonder if Skinner loses DeAngelis here, will he stay in the game? He hasn't thrown a strike yet. 3-0 is the count. Romero's at third, Barrios at second, Hubbard at first, the 3-0. DeAngelis walks on 4 pitches to drive in a run. It's 6-4. Here comes Oscar Suarez out to the mound. A slow walk for Suarez. Romero scores to make it 6-4, and Suarez takes the ball from Skinner. He does not record it out, and we'll have a new pitcher. And it looks like Axel Johnson will come in from right field and pitch. So we have a position player on the mound. We'll take a quick break, and we'll be right back. Axel Johnson is the new pitcher for San Rafael. He comes in from right field. The designated hitter, Harley Lopez, goes to right. So for Johnson, the 6'4" left-hander from Tulsa, Oklahoma, making his first appearance in 2019. He's pitched before in his career in 2016 in the American Association with the Joplin Blasters, and then in 2017 in the American Association with the Claiborne Railroaders. 17 career appearances, 18 and a third career innings, 11 strikeouts, 11 walks, and a 3.44 career ERA. The left-hander will face Chris Quitzer. Now Johnson has walked off the mound, and he's standing over near the third base chalk like he's shoeless Joe Jackson from Field of Dreams, and he can't cross the line. Johnson is standing with his toes on the grass, toeing the dirt on the third baseline. Oh, now he crosses. Now he can't play anymore. That is a Field of Dreams reference. He wants a different glove. You know, in the movie when crosses over into the rocks and can't play anymore. Moonlight Graham, right? For those of you who have seen the movie, you know exactly what I'm talking about. For those of you who haven't, you have no clue. So it's Chris Quitzer with the bases loaded and 2 out against Axel Johnson. It's Barrios, Hubbard, and DeAngelis around the bases in a 6-4 Stomper lead. Johnson's first pitch is outside and low. Johnson from the stretch. Here's his 1-0 pitch to Quitzer. He takes down below the knees, and the count is 2 balls and no strikes. Called a strike, though, by Adams. Our apologies. So instead, it's a 1-1 pitch to Quitzer, and he takes low this time, and it is 2-1. Two and one, Johnson set his pitch. Quitzer rips it into the glove of a diving Biagini at second. That ends the inning. Stompers get a run on the DeAngelis walk and extend the lead 6-4. We'll go to the top of the 7th. The Stompers lead by 2.
We would like to thank our community partners: Tina Schoen Broker Associates, Sotheby's International Realty, Sonoma Hills Retirement Community, and
Car Star Body Best Collision of Sonoma.
And social media support is provided by Word Mice.
This broadcast is sponsored in part by Sonoma Fit, a state-of-the-art gym located in the Old Bowl Center at 19310 Sonoma Highway. There's no better place with more options to get fit and stay fit. Sonoma Fit offers more than 70 classes a week, including indoor cycling, yoga, TRX, rowing, and strength conditioning. Classes cater to all skill levels from beginners to advanced athletes. And if group classes aren't your thing, Sonoma Fit also offers personal training, small group training, and even sports-specific training. Sonoma Fit is proud to be the official workout facility for the Sonoma Stompers. State-of-the-art equipment, experienced trainers, attentive staff, friendly and helpful members, community-oriented and family-owned. Sonoma Fit is a different gym experience and has locations in Sonoma, Petaluma and is coming soon to Novato. More information can be found at
Third of the ball game. In the top of the seventh, Stompers lead 6-4. Ethan Gibbons up and loosening in the Stomper bullpen. Willie Ethington back out. Here is his first pitch to Yler Paguero. He takes a fastball for strike one. Chris Quitzer absolutely smoked a ball at Biagini at second, who made a diving catch to save at least one run, and the 0-1 changeup misses low and away. Position player on the hill for San Rafael, Axel Johnson, the right fielder, and they don't have anybody up in the bullpen right now. The 1-1. Paguero, a half-hearted swing. He goes around on an elevated fastball from Ethington. It's 1-2. Do you leave the position player in a two-run game? Ethington deals on 1-2 to Paguero. Here's the pitch, and it's a breaking ball inside. Paguero is 1 for 3 with a single. That was way back in the first. Ethington's pitch on 2-2. Swung on and missed. Second strikeout for Ethington. That opens the top of the seventh. One out, here's Jay Karp. Ethington deals the first pitch to Karp, a fastball down below the knees. Karp's 1 for 2 with a single and a hit by pitch. Ethington deals on 1-0. Karp takes low. 2 balls and no strikes to count, so the Vallejo offense finding it. They now just trail the Stockade 4-3 in the bottom of the fifth inning. Ethington's 2-0. Karp takes high and tight. Lifts the arms out of the way. 3 balls and no strikes to count. And Ethington already up over 35 pitches in relief. So we may see Gibbons a little sooner than anticipated. The 3-0 pitch. On the inner half for strike one. Three balls and 1 strike with 1 out, nobody on. Ethington deals. Karp yanks it foul down the third baseline, and the count is full. Pace would love to save Gibbons for the 8th. If Ethington could have smooth sailing from here on out this inning, his payoff to Karp. Yanked. Fair down the third baseline into the corner. Karp is headed for 2. DeAngelis in foul territory. He gets to it now, and Karp pulls into second with a 1-out double. Blasted off the bat of Jay Karp past the diving Barfield down the line. He has a 1-out double, and here is Harley Lopez. Lopez 0 for 2 in the game with a walk. He drove in a run on that walk in the 5th inning. Just a 2-run game, 6-4, top of the 7th. Ethington's first pitch is fouled straight back. Lopez, who does not have a home run, he's driven in 3 on the season. He has Karp at second base. The catcher who isn't the fastest runner. The 0-1 pitch. Outside, 1-1. Lopez climbs back in, the left-handed hitter back out in right field after Axel Johnson came in to pitch in the bottom half of the 6th. Ethington's 1-1, and Lopez takes inside. 2-1 the count. Karp leads from second base after the double. Aguero struck out to open the inning. Ethington with 2 strikeouts in the game. His 2-1 to Lopez is fouled out of play. Two and two. Lopez climbs back in. Ethington set. Here's his pitch. Breaking ball swung on and missed. 3 strikeouts for Ethington. 2 out here in the 7th. That brings up Corey Dempster, who's been the best hitter in the lineup tonight out of the 8th spot. He's 3 for 3 in RBI single and a double. Dempster, who's driven in 24. He's the tying run. The first pitch from Ethington is hit in the air. That's hit well to center field. That sends Hubbard back. He's on the run, backpedaling, and he makes the catch. Dempster retired for the first time tonight. No runs on a hit. 1 left for San Rafael. It's stretch time here at Arnold Field. Barfield will lead it off in the bottom of the 7th.
We would like to thank our community partners. Tina Schoen, Broker Associates, Sotheby's International Realty. Sonoma Hills Retirement Community. And
Car Star Body Best Collision of Sonoma.
social media support is provided by Wordmice.
Bottom of the 7th, 6-4 Stompers lead over San Rafael. Jacob Barfield will lead it off, followed by Brent Gillespie and then Miles Williams. Just a 2-run ball game. Axel Johnson is back out there. Quitzer hit a laser shot into the diving glove of Biagini at second to end the inning with the bases loaded to end the 6th. Now Barfield gets his shot against the San Rafael right fielder on the mound. Barfield in the game so far is 0 for 3. Johnson works out of the stretch. Here's his first pitch, and Barfield takes outside. The Admirals have taken a 6-4 lead over Salina in the bottom of the 5th inning. Here's the 1-0, and Barfield gets a little underneath it and fouls it straight back and out of play into the crowd. Vallejo, who trailed that game 4-1 at one point, 5 unanswered runs to take a 6-4 lead. Johnson, in his first appearance in 2019, deals on 1-1, and Barfield Swings out of his shoes again and fouls it into the glove of Carp. 1-2. Barfield will have to shorten up here with 2 strikes. Johnson on 1-2 home. Barfield checks his swing but takes an off-speed pitch up high. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Barfield, who sits at 9 home runs, tied for 3rd best in the league. Johnson steps off. We're in the last of the 7th, 2 in the 1st, 2 in the 5th for San Rafael. 2 in the 1st, 3 in the 4th, 1 in the 6th for the Stompers, who lead at 6-4, the 2-2 pitch. Barfield fouls it straight back. He's on it now. Just did get underneath it a bit. Barfield, Gillespie, Williams in the last of the 7th. Ethan Gibbons still up. Here's the 2-2. Barfield hits it in the air down the right field line. Lopez going over it, slicing, and that'll fall in for a base hit. Lopez picks it up quickly and throws into second. Barfield has his first hit of the night, a leadoff single down the right field line. Gibbons is getting ready for the 8th. Gillespie will stand in. He's hitless tonight, 0 for 2. He does have a walk. Barfield at first. Playing for a double play up the middle. The first pitch to Gillespie. High and tight with a fastball. He has to duck the head out of the way. 1 ball and no strikes the count. Johnson's 1-0. Gillespie fouls a breaking ball. Back to the screen. 1 ball and 1 strike. All of Gillespie's at-bats in the ball game tonight against left-handers. He swings and misses at a 1-1 fastball here, and he's behind 1-2. Did not get a chance to face Skinner, who only faced 2 batters, hit 1, walked 1. Barrow for 5 2/3, and Skinner did not record an out. Now Johnson, he looks to first and throws on 1-2. Gillespie takes off the outside corner. Fastball from Johnson did miss there, about a ball's length off the outside, and the count is 2-2. Nobody out with a runner at first. Left-hander deals on 2-2, and Gillespie takes high. The count is full on Brent Gillespie. Miles Williams is on deck. Try and get a good pitch to hit here against Johnson, the payoff. Swung on and missed. Gillespie's down on strikes for the first out of the inning. Brings up Miles Williams. Barfield at first, 1 out. Williams is hitless tonight. He did extend his on-base streak to 12 with a walk in the 4th. First pitch from Johnson. Breaking ball clips the outside corner. It's 0-1. Williams out of Flower Mountain, Texas. The 0-1 pitch, Barfield goes. It's taken down low. The throw to second, not in time. That's into center field. Barfield will head for third. A stolen base for Jacob Barfield. He goes to third on the throw by the catcher that got into center field. 1-1 the count on Williams. An error by Carp allows Barfield to go to third. He's 90 feet away in a much-needed insurance run. Now Williams will have to just do a job here with one out in the seventh, 6-4 Stomper lead. Infield's in the 1-1. Fisted straight back to the screen, 1 ball and 2 strikes. One ball, 2 strikes. Barfield's at third with 1 out. The infield's in. Johnson high set. Here's the 1-2. Williams fouls it away to stay alive. Ground ball through the infield, a fly ball, a base hit. The 1-2 pitch on the ground to short and through for a base hit. Miles Williams has an RBI single. It's 7-4. Navarro at short gave a good effort. He dove for it. It may have gotten a piece of his glove, but hit so hard off the bat of Williams, he drives in his 20th on an RBI single to center. Here's Bronson Butcher. Butcher is 1 for 3 with a single. Much needed insurance run for the Stompers here in the 7th. Johnson's first pitch to Bronson Butcher. High and away, 1 ball and no strikes. Barfield singled to lead off the inning, stole second, and then went to third on the throwdown by Karp that got into center. Williams delivers on a 1-2 pitch. A single to left. Here's the 1-0, and Butcher takes above the letters. My correction, a single to center. Left center. It was past the shortstop. Two 2-0 the count on Butcher. Here's the pitch. High, 3-0. Romero is on deck. He has 2 hits in the ballgame tonight. Williams is at first after the RBI single, just 1 out. Johnson's 3-0. Outside, he walked him. Four-pitch walk. Butcher's on for the 3rd time, and here comes Oscar Suarez. Suarez coming out. He'll talk to Johnson. The infield will now come in. First and second, 1 out. Now the whole infield is in. Suarez has not made a move just yet. Adams now to the hill. And they'll leave him in. Axel Johnson will face Rayson Romero, who's 2 for 3 in the ball game. Rayson Romero, a 3-run home run, a single. He's accounted for 4 of the Stompers' 7 runs tonight. He'll bat with first and second and just 1 out. Stompers trying to add on here in the 7th. 1 run in already. Williams at second, Butcher at first after the single, and then the 4-pitch walk. Johnson's first pitch. There goes Williams. The pitch is high and away. Karp looks to first. He didn't even look at Williams. He looked to the trailing runner, Bronson Butcher. Miles Williams steals third base easily. The pitch was high for ball 1. For Miles Williams, his 3rd stolen base of the season. Runners at the corners, 1 out. The 1-0. Romero takes on the outside corner, strike 1. 1 ball and 1 strike. Johnson said, here's the pitch. Romero pops it up, right side and into the crowd. One and 2 on Romero. Pedro Barrios is on deck. Williams at third after the stolen base. Butcher is still over at first. Johnson throws on 1 and 2. Swung on and missed. 2 strikeouts in the inning for Johnson. So now with 2 out, Barrios will have to get it done with a base hit. He's reached all 4 times tonight. A double, reached on an error, and a pair of walks. Runners at the corners. Barrios, who's reached on in 17 straight games, the first pitch. He takes a breaking ball high and away. Gibbons still tossing in the Stomper bullpen. Ethington at 45 pitches likely done for the night. 7-4 Stompers lead, bottom of the 7th. Johnson's 1-0. Barrios takes outside, 2-0. Two on, 2 out. They have him at the corners. Johnson's 2-0 pitch. Inside and low. 3 balls in, no strikes with Hubbard on deck. Johnson is set. Here's his 3-0. On the outside corner for strike 1, says Adams. Here's his 3-1 to Barrios. It's swung on and missed. So from 3-0 to 3-2. Johnson back in the count. Butcher will get a head start over at first base with 2 out. Johnson is ready. Here's his payoff pitch to Barrios. He hits it on the ground to short. Navarro boots it, picks it up, throws to first in time. Stompers get 1 run. The Miles Williams RBI single, and they extend the lead 7-4. We go to the 8th. 9-1-2 coming up for San Rafael when we return right here on KSVY and on the Stompers Radio Network.
We would like to thank our community partners. Tina Schoen, Broker Associates, Sotheby's International Realty. Sonoma Hills Retirement Community. And
Car Star Body Best Collision of Sonoma.
And social media support is provided by Wordmice.
Dante Biagini leads it off for San Rafael. We're in the top of the 8th. Stompers lead 7-4. New pitcher. This pitching change brought to you by Sonoma Hills Retirement. Ethan Gibbons, the right-hander, is on. He'll work out of the stretch. From Sassoon City, California, he deals strike one to Dante Biagini. Gibbons on the season, 2-2 and 9 ERA. 23 runs on 36 hits in 23 innings. He does have 29 strikeouts to 13 walks. He deals high and away. 1-1 the count. Fastball, curveball, and a changeup. Gibbons, who normally sits high 80s, low 90s. He works out of the stretch here, the 1-1 pitch. Down low. 2 balls and 1 strike. Still 6-4 Vallejo over Salina in the bottom of the 6th inning. We're in the top of the 8th here, 9-1-2. For San Rafael against Ethan Gibbons. Here's his 2-1. High, 3-1. Ethington, 2 2/3, no runs, 2 hits, 3 strikeouts, and a walk. Hubbard's over toward left. Wind blowing in, it looks like. Here's the 3-1. Gibbons misses high and away, and a leadoff walk opens the 8th. Can't give this San Rafael team free base runners. 21 and 14 record for them. Just 4.5 back of the Stompers, who sit at 24 and 8. Leadoff walk, it's 7-4. And that makes the insurance run on the bottom of the 7th even bigger now as Navarro takes high, ball 1. Navarro, who was backing out of the batter's box before Gibbons even released the pitch. Miles Williams had the RBI single in the bottom of the 7th, taking away the possibility of a bloop and a blast or the walk in the home run to follow. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Gibbons misses high and away, 2-0. Two balls and no strikes, just 1 strike thrown from Gibbons so far. Here's the pitch, and that is in the dirt. It's only a 3-run game in the 8th, and Gibbons has fallen behind the leadoff man Navarro 3-0. He walked Biagini to open the inning already. Navarro stands in. Here is the 3-0, and that's on the corner. Gibbons trying to work his way back into the count. The 3-1 on the outside corner, and it's full. Looked like he took a little bit off of those last 2 fastballs to find the strike zone. From 3-0 to 3-2, Gibbons readies, and he deals. High and away, back-to-back walks open the 8th. Marshall Schill up in the Stomper bullpen. Back-to-back walks, and now here comes Mike Nunez. Just a reminder, we are here tomorrow night, 6:05 against the Napa Silverados. It is Women in Sports Night. And then we are away on Friday in Vallejo, 6:35 first pitch, and then back-to-back day games Saturday and Sunday. The first one in Napa on Saturday at 1:05, and then back here against the Stockade on Sunday at 1:05. Sunday afternoon, come out to Palooza Park at Arnold Field, support those who protect us. It's Military Appreciation Day, so come out to that game. That is this Sunday. Whole infield is in on the conversation now. Mike Nunez starts his walk back to the dugout. Marshall Schill, who hasn't thrown in like the last 3 games or so. So about 4 or 5 days off for Schill. He's in the bullpen. 2 on, nobody out. Marcus Montalongo is the hitter. He has Biagini at second, Navarro at first. Gibbons looks to second, his first pitch. Outside, ball one. Gibbons at the chest. Here's his 1-0 pitch. Montalongo takes low. 2-0 the count. Montalongo, who represents the tying run, does not have a home run this year. Gibbons 2-0 pitch. Hit down the left field line, slicing toward the chalk, and DeAngelis runs out of room. Two balls and a strike. Gibbons out of the stretch. He's set. He looks to second. Now the 2-1 pitch. Montalongos takes strike two on the inside corner. That's the best pitch that Gibbons has thrown so far this inning. Paints the inside corner of the fastball. Playing for a double play on the infield. Corners are back. The 2-2. Fouled back to the screen. Montalongo expecting the fastball from Gibbons there. He got it. Didn't get all of it. Still 2-2. Two walks open the inning. Schill's loosening up. Two balls, two strikes. The pitch from Gibbons. Shot found on the left field line. Still 2-2 on Marcus Montalongo. He's 0 for 4. Left-handed hitter against Gibbons, the righty. He throws on 2-2, and it is inside. The count is full. Axel Johnson on deck. Two walks already in the inning for Gibbons. He has nobody out. And a 3-2 count on Montalongo. Here's the 8th pitch. Fouled off. Three and two. Montalongo back in the left side. The 9th pitch of the at-bat. On the ground, right back to Gibbons. He picks it up. He'll fire to second in the dirt, and Barrios somehow picks it out of the dirt, keeps his foot on the bag. Gibbons got it face high, and he looked to third, panicked for a second. Instead of setting his feet and throwing to third, he throws to second in a frenzy. Barrios somehow not only catches it cleanly on one hop, but manages to keep his foot on the bag for the first out of the inning. Montalongo's at first. Going to third on the play, Dante Biagini, and San Rafael has him at the corners with one out. Here's Axel Johnson. He's 0 for 3 with a walk, 2 strikeouts. Gibbons' first pitch. Outside and low. 1-0 the count. Gibbons set the 1-0. High and away. This may be Gibbons' last hitter no matter what. With Schill up and Escobar on deck, who's hitting at 347. Here's the 2-0. There goes Montalongo. The pitch is called a strike. The third on his second. In time. The pitch was called a strike to Johnson. And now Montalongo is arguing with Dean Poteet, and now Oscar Suarez will come out. And Suarez is going to argue with Poteet. Staying at third base on the play was Dante Biagini, so they cannot steal a run. The count is 2 balls and 1 strike. Suarez goes back to the third base coach's box. The count is 2 balls and a strike on Johnson. Butcher throws out the wimpy base stealer. Two balls and a strike. Still a man at third with 2 out. Here's the pitch. Outside 3-1. Three and one. Gibbons out of the stretch. Here it is to Johnson. The third walk of the inning. He misses low. Here comes Armindo Escobar. And here comes Zach Pace. So with runners at the corners and Escobar coming up, Pace makes the walk out to the mound. 3 walks in the inning allowed by Ethan Gibbons. He gets some help from a ground ball, and Butcher throws out Montalongo. So new pitcher, we'll have that for you when we come back. This new pitcher brought to you by Sonoma Hills Retirement. Marshall Shield, the right-hander from Cottonwood, Arizona, on with runners at the corners. And 2 out. He'll face Armindo Escobar. Biagini's at third, Johnson's at first. Shield this year. This will be the 13th game in which he's appeared, a 5.17 ERA, 16 strikeouts in 15 2/3. 9 earned runs allowed on 21 hits. He'll face the cleanup man, Armindo Escobar. He is 1 for 4 in the game tonight. Here is his first pitch. A slider catches the outside corner. Schill, the sidewinding right-hander, a fastball slider, and a changeup occasionally. Starts Escobar with the slider here now that he's set at the belt. The 0-1. Fastball in the dirt that skips away from Butcher. Biagini stays at third. Johnson will go up to second base, and the count is 1-1. Wild pitch allows Johnson to go to second. 1 ball and 1 strike the count. Escobar is the tying run at the plate. He's driven in 1 tonight, and scored twice. He's 3 of the 4 San Rafael runs. Shills at the belt. Here's his 1-1 pitch. Slider topped on the ground to Romero at second. He'll charge and field the underhand. Flip is in time. Schill comes in to get Escobar, and he does the job. No runs on no hits. 2 left for San Rafael. We go to the home half of the 8th. Hubbard, DeAngelis, Quitzer.
This broadcast is sponsored in part by Sonoma Fit, a state-of-the-art gym located in the Old Bowl Center at 19310 Sonoma Highway. There's no better place with more options to get fit and stay fit. Sonoma Fit offers more than 70 classes a week, including indoor cycling, yoga, TRX, rowing, and strength conditioning. Classes cater to all skill levels from beginners to advanced athletes. And if group classes aren't your thing, Sonoma Fit also offers personal training, small group training, and even sports-specific training. Sonoma Fit is proud to be the official workout facility for the Sonoma Stompers. State-of-the-art equipment, experienced trainers, attentive staff, friendly and helpful members, community-oriented and family-owned. Sonoma Fit is a different gym experience and has locations in Sonoma, Petaluma, and is coming soon to Novato. More information can be found at sonomafitness.com.
New pitcher for San Rafael in the bottom of the 8th, right-hander Robert Maislin, the 5'8 right-hander from Houston, Texas, makes his 18th appearance of the year. A 3.05 ERA, 21 strikeouts, 14 walks in 17 2/3. He'll face the heart of the order, Hubbard, DeAngelis, Quitzer, 2, 3, 4. Stompers leading 7-4 in the bottom of the 8th. Right-hander Ryan Richardson up in the Stomper bullpen. Hubbard leads us off. Dondre tonight is 1 for 2. Maislin's first pitch misses high and in. 1 ball and no strikes to count. The 1 hit for Hubbard tonight, a double to left. Maislin's 1-0 is inside and low. Hubbard tonight also hit by a pitch and a walk. Center fell 2 in the first, 2 in the 5th. Stompers 2 in the first, 3 in the 4th, 1 in the 6th, 1 in the 7th. Maislin out of the stretch, the right-hander on 2-0 to Hubbard. Breaking ball is inside. Three balls and no strikes. Maislin's pitch. Hubbard takes strike 1 on the outside corner, and he's frustrated with himself that he didn't swing at that 3-0 pitch. Violently comes out of the box. Looks up to the sky. It's a good take on 3-1, though, on the outside corner. Not a pitch you're looking for on a 3-0 count. Here's the 3-1. Breaking ball is in the dirt, and Hubbard has walked for the second time tonight. Here's Rob DeAngelis after the walk. Two left-handers in a row now against the right-handed Robert Maislin. He was with the Stompers last year. He was their first pick out of the 2018 Pacific Association tryout. First pitch to DeAngelis is swung on and fouled off. DeAngelis 0 for 3, drove in a run on a walk in the sixth. 0-1 the count with Ryan Richardson up in the bullpen. Maislin digging out the dirt from in front of the rubber. Didn't like something about it. Hubbard had a huge lead, and DeAngelis lines it into center field for a hit. Hubbard, who had a massive lead over at first base, so big that he actually scampered back. Maislin didn't see him. Hubbard, if he would have just taken off, would have had second stolen easily and possibly could have gone to third. DeAngelis does single, so the Stompers have first and second. And Chris Quitzer will be the hitter. He's hit the ball hard 3 out of the 4 times tonight. Just one hit to show for it. Mason looks to second. Here's his pitch. Quitzer takes a breaking ball down low. One ball and no strikes the count. Quitzer stands in. Here's the 1-0, and he shoots it foul. Down the left field line and out of play. Hubbard at second, DeAngelis at first. Stompers with 9 hits in the game. Quitzer trying for another multi-hit game here tonight, and Maislin steps off the back of the rubber. Quitzer with 10 multi-hit games on the season so far. Maislin's 1-1. He pops it up, out of play, off to the left side. Our left side here in the booth, the count is 1-2. One ball, 2 strikes. Maislin retoes right from the middle of the rubber. Good speed on the bases. He throws on 1-2. Quitzer yanks it foul up the first base line. Robert Maislin now wants a new baseball. We're here tomorrow at 6:05 for Women in Sports Night. Still 6-4 Admirals over the stockade in the top of the 8th inning. Ryan Richardson is up in the Stomper pen. The 1-2. Quitzer takes high. Two balls and 2 strikes the count. Nobody out, first and second. Jacob Barfield waits on deck. They're straight away against Quitzer. Here's the 2-2. Quitzer is down on strikes. He chased the fastball low and in. First out of the inning. Here's Barfield. Robert Maislin, who has come in to pitch this bottom of the 8th inning, that sends Axel Johnson back to right field. And Robert Maislin would be slotted into Harley Lopez's spot in the order, which is due up third next inning. Here's the first pitch to Jacob Barfield. Fastball is low and away for ball one.
No, I think he's in Axel Johnson's spot.
One ball, no strikes on Barfield. Singled his last time up. Maislin's 1-0. Outside 2-0. Good count for Barfield here to look for one pitch. Right-handed hitting third baseman. He's driven in 22 on the year. Now he'll step out. Wind blowing across from right to left. In over that right field wall. Maislin's 2-0. Inside 3-0. Hubbard led off the inning with a walk. DeAngelis singled to left center. Quitzer went down on strikes for the first and only out of the inning so far. Maislin's 3-0. Barfield takes strike one on the inside corner. Maislin, who has a very violent delivery. Big leg kick from the right-hander, the violent body motion toward the plate. When he comes set, his hands are set way out away from his body. Here's his 3-1. Barfield fouls it straight back, and the count is full. Full count on Barfield. Gillespie's on deck. Maislin wants a new baseball. Pelota aquí, he says. I don't know if Maislin speaks Spanish. Counts full. Hubbard at second. DeAngelis at first, one out. 7-4 Stompers in the eighth. Maislin on 3-2. There goes Hubbard. The curveball is fouled off. Jacob Barfield swung on 3-2 at a breaking ball that likely would have been ball 4. Both runners took off. Hubbard, who got a huge dump. DeAngelis followed. Still 3-2. Seventh pitch of the at-bat coming up. Maislin out of the stretch. Barfield calls time. Maislin stares into Carp. Right-hander looking to second, now steps off. Dondre Hubbard, who was shuffling the feet, caught the attention of Maislin, made him step off. Maislin set once again. He looks to second. Here's the payoff, and Barfield fouls off a breaking ball. This at-bat will see 8 pitches. Maislin has come in, and we have come to a screeching halt. Back to the rubber is Maislin as he stares in. Can't decide on a pitch, and Barfield will step out. The count is still full on Barfield. The 8th pitch of the at-bat, here it is. Into center field, Montalongo going back, now to his right. Hubbard tagging from second. Montalongo makes the catch, the throw to third. On one hop, Hubbard stays at second base. Two out, and that brings up Brent Gillespie. Gillespie's 0 for 3. He has walked in his first plate appearance way back in the second inning. Two on, two out. Gillespie trying to drive in a run here in the 8th. First pitch from Maisland. A low and away. More low than it was away. One and 0 the count. Gillespie, the left-handed hitter at the plate. The 1-0 pitch. Breaking ball is outside. Two and 0 on Gillespie. Local guy from Pengrove. Trying to break this thing open. He takes a breaking ball inside 3-0. Maisland on the last two pitches very frustrated with the strike zone. Now he kicks the dirt around, takes the hat off, puts it back on. 3 balls and no strikes the count. 2 on, 2 out, 7-4 Stompers lead in the bottom of the 8th. Will Hubbard take off here? He has a big lead at second. No, he won't. The 3-0 is on the inside corner, and it's 3-1. After back-to-back curveballs, Maisland goes with a fastball to Gillespie on the inside corner. 3 balls and a strike. Maisland, who dangles the arm, now steps off. Now the right-hander comes set. Here's his 3-1 pitch, and Gillespie fouls it straight back. Third at bat in a row with at least 6 pitches coming. 6-pitch strikeout to Quitzer, the 8-pitch flyout for Barfield. And now this will be the 6th pitch to Brent Gillespie with 2 on and 2 out. Maisland on 3-2 to Gillespie. The runners go. It's on the outside corner, strike 3. Gillespie was walking down the first baseline, but he strikes out for the 3rd time tonight. The inning is over. We'll go to the 9th. It's a 3-run game. Ryan Richardson coming on to try and close this thing out.
This broadcast is sponsored in part by Sonoma Fit, a state-of-the-art gym located in the Old Bowl Center at 19310 Sonoma Highway. There's no better place with more options to get fit and stay fit. Sonoma Fit offers more than 70 classes a week, including indoor cycling, yoga, TRX, rowing, and strength conditioning. Classes cater to all skill levels from beginners to advanced athletes. And if group classes aren't your thing, Sonoma Fit also offers personal training, small group training, and even sports-specific training. Sonoma Fit is proud to be the official workout facility for the Sonoma Stompers. State-of-the-art equipment, experienced trainers, attentive staff, friendly and helpful members, community-oriented and family-owned. Sonoma Fit is a different gym experience and has locations in Sonoma, Petaluma, and is coming soon to Novato. More information can be found at sonomafitness.com.
Top of the ninth has come, and Ryan Richardson will face Paguero Carp. And then the spot of the order, that was occupied by Harley Lopez, in which Robert Maislin came in. So the pitcher spot due up third in this inning, something you don't say all that often, especially in this league. Ryan Richardson, the 5'10 right-hander from Spokane, Washington, he deals inside to Paguero. The count is 1-0. Richardson this year, this will be the 20th game in which he's appeared, a 0.98 ERA, 29 strikeouts, 2 walks, and 18 1/3. His 1-0 pitch is on the outside corner for strike one. Fastball, changeup, and the curveball once every blue moon from Ryan Richardson. He works out of the stretch in the 1-1 pitch. High, 2-1. Richardson, 7 for 7 in save attempts this year, and he's saved the last 3 games in a row. Trying for his 4th straight in 4 games for the Stompers, and the 2-1 is outside. By 4 in a row, I don't mean 4 appearances in a row. I mean 4 Stomper games in a row. Richardson's trying for the save. Here's his 3-1. Shot fouled on the left field line, 3-2. The strikeout to walk ratio is just impeccable from Richardson, and there's a reason behind it. 7-4 Vallejo now over the stockade in the bottom of the 8th inning. There's his 3-2 pitch to Yler Paguero. Fouled away. You'll see Richardson, when he falls behind in the counter, does have 3 balls. He doesn't like to walk anybody. He'd rather give up a base hit than a walk. That was ingrained in him at a young age when he was at Campbellsville University by his dad. Here's his 3-2 to Paguero. Lined into the glove of Barrios, sent short. Barrios moving to his right into the hole. He leaped up and caught it right in the webbing, 1 out. There it is. Richardson coming into Paguero. He hits it hard, but right at Barrios. He doesn't like to walk anybody. His dad, when he was in college, would give him $100 a week. Okay, $100 a week. That's all right. Every walk that Richardson allowed, he'd take away $25. And that was back when Ryan was a starter. His first pitch to Jay Carp is on the outside corner. It's 0-1. So when you're a reliever and you're pitching 2-3 times a week, little more wiggle room to allow walks, but not when you're a starting pitcher. Here's the 0-1, and that's on the outside corner. It's 0-2. Jimmy Lunardelli has stepped out of the dugout into the on-deck circle. He will pinch hit for the spot in which Robert Maislin was in. Richardson on 0-2, way ahead of Carp. He deals a changeup rolled softly up the third baseline and foul. You'll see 2 different styles of pitching from Richardson. When he falls behind, fastballs the whole at bat. When he's way ahead 0-2 like he is to Carp here, he has a disappearing changeup. We saw it there, and we may see it again. It may be throughout the at-bat if he stays ahead of Carp. The 0-2 delivery. Inside, check swing, they appeal, and he did not go around, says Poteet. The count is 1-2. So we will have a pinch hitter here in the 9th. 7-4 Stompers lead. Richardson's 1-2. Change up top softly over the mound. Barrios behind the bag at second. He'll field. Quitzer cannot pick it out of the dirt.
No, I know that phrase. I knew it before you. Not before you, but before I met you. I knew it.
Another error by the Stompers tonight. That's the 5th of the game. All 5 on the left side of the infield. Pinch hitting will be Jimmy Lunardelli.
Chris, hey, we've seen a lot of bad kids out here. You've done a really great job today. Everyone, big round of applause for Chris. Thank you very much, my friend.
Lunardelli hitting at 260, 3 home runs, 25 runs batted in. Man at first, one out after the error. Here's the first pitch from Richardson. That misses outside and low. Richardson set his 1-0 delivery. Lunardelli hits it softly on the ground, left side. Barfield will barehand, and he won't have a play. Back-to-back errors. And now, the tying run comes to the plate in the form of Corey Dempster. Dempster with 5 home runs on the season, 3 against the Stompers. That error, the 6th error of the night. First and second, 1 out. Richardson tasked with a harder 9th than he had imagined. Now Butcher will go out and talk to him. He got Peguero to line into the glove of Barrios at shortstop. The error by Barrios on the throw to first, that was low. Quitzer would probably tell you that he should have dug it out. Then Barfield gets a high topper to third and tried to barehand it, and he was charged with his 3rd error of the game. Mound visit over from Bronson Butcher. Dempster will stand in. He's 3 for 4 tonight with a double and an RBI. Stompers finally got him out in the 7th inning on a ball that he put a charge into center. Richardson's first pitch to him. Starts him with a fastball low below the knees. Carps at second with Lunardelli at first, neither particularly fast. Barfield is deep and close to the line at third. Richardson's 1-0. Dempster fouls it away, 1-1. Richardson, 7 for 7 in save opportunities. Here's his 1-1. Dempster takes a strike. Throw back to first. Not in time. Fastball in the outside corner from Richardson to Dempster. Now he's ahead 1-2. 3-run game. Dempster is the tying run at the plate. Richardson, the closer, on to try and slam the door. A long look to Butcher now, and he's set. The 1-2 pitch to Dempster. He reaches for it, rolls it on the ground to short. Barrios deep in the hole. He'll field. He'll go to second, and they got him at second base. The throw to second was the only play that Barrios had. Deep in the hole at short. He spun as quickly as he could. Through to second, a good stretch from Romero. And they retire Lunardelli, 2 out. Runners at the corners. 2 out, and Biagini will be the hitter. Biagini's 0 for 1. He's walked 3 times. Richardson's first pitch to Dante Biagini. A fastball misses high and away. Biagini, who has walked 3 times. Stompers 8 walks as a staff. The 1-0 pitch. Inside, 2 balls and no strikes. Check on the game in Vallejo one more time. They're on to the top of the 9th. And the Admirals lead 7-4 over Salina. Nap of the night off. They'll be here tomorrow. Richardson's 2-0. On the outside corner, Butcher can't catch it. Called a strike anyway. Dempster bluffed the steal at first, and it got Butcher thinking. They have him at the corners with 2 out. Richardson at the belt. He kicks. Here's the 2-1. Biagini fouls it away, and now San Rafael down to their final strike. (7-4) in the top of the ninth. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 out, 2 on for San Rafael. Richardson's pitch to Dante Biagini. Dempster goes. It is low. Dempster up to second. The count is full on Biagini, the top of the lineup on deck. The payoff pitch flared into shallow center. Hubbard on a dead sprint. He comes in, he dives, and he made the catch. Dondre Hubbard lays out in center field, takes a hit and 2 runs away from San Rafael, and that ends the ball game. Fireworks going off in the distance. For what reason, we don't know, but the ball game is over. Final score, Stompers 7, Pacifics 4. The final line score, Stompers 7 runs, 9 hits, 6 errors. They strand 11. For San Rafael, 4 runs, 8 hits, 1 error. They leave 14. Willie Ethington gets the win. He's 3-0. Brad Barrow gets the loss. He's 1-2. Ryan Richardson earns his 8th save in 8 attempts this year. Final time of tonight's ball game, 3 hours and 43 minutes. The Stompers improve to 25-8 and pick up a game over San Rafael. They now lead by 5.5, and the Pacifics fall to 21-15. Stompers are 17-3 here at home and 5-2 over the Pacifics now this year. Tight game tonight. Stompers get it done late. And a tremendous play defensively by Dondre Hubbard. A diving catch in center ends the ball game. 7-4 our final. We're back here tomorrow. It's Women in Sports Night, 6:05 against the Napa Silverado. So that does it for us here on KSVY and on the Stompers Radio Network. For everybody here with the Sonoma Stompers, I'm Forrest Hunt saying so long, everybody. Have a very pleasant, good rest of your night. Stompers win 7-4.
This broadcast is sponsored in part by Sonoma Fit, a state-of-the-art gym located in the Old Bowl Center at 19310 Sonoma Highway. There's no better place with more options to get fit and stay fit. Sonoma Fit offers more than 70 classes a week, including indoor cycling, yoga, TRX, rowing, and strength conditioning. Classes cater to all skill levels from beginners to advanced athletes. And if group classes aren't your thing, Sonoma Fit also offers personal training, small group training, and even sports-specific training. Sonoma Fit is proud to be the official workout facility for the Sonoma Stompers. State-of-the-art equipment, experienced trainers, attentive staff, friendly and helpful members, community-oriented and family-owned. Sonoma Fit is a different gym experience and has locations in Sonoma, Petaluma, and is coming soon to Novato. More information can be found at sonomafitness.com.